What's up, guys? Can't see myself. There we go. How are you guys? How is everyone doing? All right, I think we're good. Trying to upload my last scores, which I'm behind. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tier 1 upgrades, 2 tier 2 upgrades, and 1 tier 3. And then we have 152 silver medals and 8 gold medals, 0 bronze medals. All right, final scores submitted for your boy. Move this. I am running behind tonight, Chad. Oh, frick, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do it later. Multi-chat. Alright. I apologize. We are scrambling tonight. Give me 1 second. Activity feed.
He needs some milk.
All right, Hone is in here with the Prime subscription for 7 months. Thank you, Hone. I appreciate that, my brother. Celcidine's in here. Angelus is in here. Celcidine's in here again. I love it. What is going on, guys? So we are... Dude, I'm exhausted after this challenge. The 1 week felt refreshing, but that second week, phew, buddy, felt the grind. Yeah, dude. I turn this music down. I get that. I think the #1 feedback I got from the 7-day challenge was it's not long enough. You need to do longer. And I'm like, I get that. I get that. If we're trying to gauge how good these starts are, 7 days isn't enough, but 7 days is a lot more fun than 2 weeks. And 2 weeks, I feel like really feels like more when you've got other accounts going on and fusions. I'm trying to go for the fragment summon right now. I was doing the whole Empress thing, so I get it. 2 weeks would have been fine with a good champ start for sure, for sure. Definitely held back a little bit there. Your background is cool. Thank you, thank you. So we got all this for TikTok, and then kind of just double dipping and using it for YouTube. We got a little lightsaber, and then we got some fun winter lights. Well, I'm skipping the fragment. Yeah, it's smart. I just couldn't bring myself to. I think he's actually solid. Not necessarily game breaking, but solid. So, who do we got? Or how many do we got? We got 5 on YouTube, 13 on Twitch. We can start by going over my account, and then we're going to look at some of the results we've got and potentially logging into some accounts to verify. Mostly just want to focus on the winner, but we can log into a few different accounts as well. I don't know why that's open. Good champ, yeah. 2 weeks with Corvis Pelops, I would be cooking for sure. 2 weeks definitely the longest I'd want to go. I agree. I think we're all in agreement here. I think that's the main thing I want to talk about tonight because we want to finalize some results and stuff. Sorry I couldn't play more. I got dumped with a ton of work. Only had an hour a day. I had to bounce my 2 main accounts in this challenge. Hey, I get it. I get it, Aeration. Thank you for coming in late and supporting. I appreciate it. I think the next challenge we're going to do a little bit less like onus on each person. Pagans, any chief and chef. How was your day? It was good. I think Sam cheated, just saying no way he made as far as he did with the undead dude. Harvest Jack.
Emotional damage.
Warrior, I'm happy to show you everything on my account. And the fact that there's been no purchases and my progress that I've made. I think I'm in like 11th. I don't know why you'd accuse me of cheating, but I did almost get my 4th 6-star, but I didn't quite. Did have some pretty good luck with pulls, but it didn't really help me that much in the end. It was realistically, my account was Pelops, Harvest Jack, and Venomage. That was my 3 that carried me everywhere. Taragi kind of helped, but not as much as I expected. Maybe if we got like a speed tune for him, I would have done that. Don't ever disrespect Harvest Jack like that. Exactly. Good evening, Caretaker. I think we probably all took some days off between life and Mother's Day for sure, 100%. The last 2 days, I basically just didn't do it. I think he had someone do it for him, guys. Let's vote. That's not true. If anything, I would get someone to play my main account so that I could play this account. No, I feel pretty good about campaign progress. I feel pretty good about arena progress. I was a little bit bummed in dungeons, but we didn't do bad. So my final results, if I could have cheated, I would have. I never pulled anyone above rare, all rares from voids and ancients and epics from sacreds. That sucks, Don. I didn't pull any Legos this time. Versus the first actual free-to-play challenge, I had several. Every leaderboard I see crypto first, bruh. Every leaderboard you see crypto first. Technically, you did cheat by spinning the wheel twice. You can technically suck it. No, I mean, I wasn't going to subject myself to that, and everyone on Team Corrupto can tell you why. No one should ever have to go through that, much less go through it twice. I think Dawn and Hone and anyone else on Team Corrupto can see why I spun that wheel again. And honestly, if we were to play this challenge again, which we're not, and Dawn were to get Corrupto again, I would spin again for him, because it's not just me getting the special treatment. I wouldn't subject anybody to that. The leaderboard. You said crypto is everywhere? I don't even know that. Like cryptocurrency? Crypto first. No, as a ref, and I said it was okay, exactly, Hone. Oh yeah, Corrupto is the worst. Started having done both, I'd pick Rap and tap 10 times out of 10. Tika said, regeared some champs, got my Arbiter and choose in fast, change my Var build to protection and impulse instead of just protection, not a 9-piece. Have my Mikage ready, one Kinakashi. Nice. I think saying about live arena leaderboard. Ah, gotcha. I want to have a look at the live arena leaderboard, and I can't on this account. I was saying live arena cryptos first. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's like I don't even know. Leaderboards. Apollonius, from the book series I read. End up using that, but the starter link in Ceres, but Jack is a bit better start than Corrupto. Way better start than Corrupto. Big dick account crypto, massive Kraken. Gotcha. Okay. Is that this guy, or is it somebody different? Or is it just different per region? Speaking of live arena, you'd be proud, Sam. I got past the first set of Marius missions. Let's go, Don. Just keep grinding, dude. It's a slog fest, but you'll get through. So global. Oh, mad crypto. Nice. Yeah, dude's a little gross. IDK if I will ever finish it, but I am progressing. Hey, that's big, man. Hopefully I get Hatter during Champ Chase. Mad Hatter's great. Well, Corrupto, my man, I will feed him 100%. What do you think about it? LOL. Gross. Yeah. Hey, it's not... Gross is probably not the right word. It's just different. We're just playing different games, basically. So my account, we got 3 6 stars. Harvest Jack was first. Pelops was second. Taragi was third. Even on the CB, he was my first. Oh my. He was first. Oh my. I mentioned that in my review. Okay, yeah, we haven't read any of the reviews yet. We will. In the CB event, he was first. Yeah. Samples the tea, he will feed up. No, I will not. Oh, free to play? No. Oh, maybe, yeah. So we used the feast on Taragi. So these were actual ones that we were farmed up. And we were working on getting our 4th. We had 2 chickens, but not super close. Crypto barely pushed the past couple of seasons. This season he was like 20th and just said, F it, now he's top 5. I don't really pay much attention to the top. Can you imagine if he pulled his first T on the challenge account? I have like nightmares about that, dude. At this point, there's not too many champions I don't have them on the main account that I would like be sad about, but that would be one of them. Back, sorry, I was missing all video and Sam talking. All right, so yeah, we had 3 6 stars. So looking at a little submission sheet, which I just bookmarked. Yeah, 6-star champions. I had 3, so that was 45 points. I had Pelops and Harvest Check and Lifesteal gear. This Lifesteal gear was solid. I got crit rate gloves, speed boots, crit rate, double crit rate here, speed and accuracy here, and I kept him in health stuff just because it had some speed, but it wasn't super compelling stuff. HP, and accuracy. So his total stats, 175 speed, a little bit of crit rate, and 94 accuracy. But he also has the accuracy aura in 70, which was super clutch. Auras are so big early game. This is Spathy, by the way. Nice. Okay. I've beaten Crypto and Panda in Arena that day. Jeez, Eyes, that is crazy, dude. I didn't know you had it like that, brother. That's kind of nasty. Didn't know you were like that, dude. Welcome in, Eyes. First time chatter. Yeah, and I booked out Pelops. Look how lucky I got with this. 3 books into Pelops, all 3 hit the Magma Shield, which was super clutch. So then I started booking out Harvest Jack, and we got 1 here and 1 here, which didn't really help us much. It gave us 5% damage. But Jack was insane, dude. He's so good, and the extra turn here is so massive. Just getting back to his abilities. He was a good campaign farmer. The accuracy aura is key, yeah, 100%. But his campaign farming was not fast, but it was solid. And it was, 100% basically, because he's HP based, which is super nice. Dungeons, we beat stage 15 here, typically stage 11 to 13 of the keeps. We beat stage 15 in Minnow, so I was farming Taragi's masteries. We got War Master on Pelops today, which was slow. Ice Golem, I didn't push again. We got to 10 early, and I never pushed again. Spider, we got to 10, and that was a struggle, honestly, and I was not able to push past 10. I did pull a Mordecai yesterday, and I never even built him out. I just did not have time yesterday with Mother's Day, and both YouTube channels and TikTok. Pelops is a good starter champ. Pelops is an amazing starter champ, dude. He's so good. He's getting very close to, like, beating Fahrakin in my mind. It's becoming a much more of a conversation. So I think if this was a 3-week challenge, I could easily get to like Spider, probably 20, honestly, because we could just do turn meter control with Mordecai, and then Pelops tanking with a resistance aura. But for now, we only got through 10. We did beat, like I said, Minnow 15. Dragon, we beat stage 18 today. It was super slow, but this is probably an error. So we'll talk a lot about the next challenge too. You already played the game, or is this your first one? Yeah, I've already played the game. Eyes only. I've been playing for about 5 years. This is a free-to-play competition that I hosted. So this is my alt account. We'll get back on my main account in like an hour. I need Lamasu. Lamasu is great. Spider was tough on Jack. Agreed for sure. Pelops is a big bouncer for that though, and so is Rock. Happy Mother's Day to Madam Raid. Thank you. I'll tell her you said that. Yeah, it was a big Mother's Day for her. Because last year we technically had our daughter, but she was like 2 months old, and we were still in the thick of it with newborn stuff. Versus this year we actually like celebrated and stuff. Eyes only with the follow. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, Dragon. I beat stage 16, and I don't know why it converts to this weird thing, but it's under 3 minutes. So it gives us like some bonus points. But if we were to just say 18, like 22 minutes. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so there, we got 4 more points. Because, yeah, what I was trying to say is if you beat like 16 fast, then that's more points than beating 17 slow, which is potentially a flaw. I started another free-to-play account a few days after the challenge started. No starter code, used to Rock, and that account is farther along than Karato Cupidus. Tuha's insane. She is insane, dude. She really is crazy. Yeah, we'll talk more about starter codes and stuff. I've basically decided I'm gonna make one of the same videos every week. Welcome in, Boo Kicked. Every time I do the video of this is the best start in raid, it's a top 3 video for me. Like out of the last 10 videos I post, YouTube shows you your metrics, and today, this morning, is 1 of 10. It's performing better than my previous 9 videos. And I've made that video so many times, I'm just gonna basically make that video once per week to farm views, which is not what I want to do, but I feel like I'd be stupid not to. So we'll talk about the same topic every week. Yeah, I think the next one I want to do is more damage dealers, because this one was just slow. Harvest Jack and Pelops beat so much, but they beat it so slow. So I want to do like a Tholan Cupidus or Narma Cupidus or Tholan Padraig or something like that. I don't start a new account ever again. I was running 2 accounts and just stopped playing my old main just to run the alt as my main. Classic move. Oh, been there before for sure. Yeah, this my main account was my second account, I think, and became my main account when I pulled a legendary. To be fair to you, I feel like they launch a new promo code Lego once a week. Yeah, this morning they launched Padraig as a new link code, apparently, which we're going to test that out tonight. So anyways, yeah, let's go through my progress. Dragon 18 today. Potentially could have squeaked up to 19 because we do have good affinities, but I never tried it. Fire Knight, we beat 10. Potentially could have pushed further. Slither is like a god for Fire Knight, dude. He's so good. The aura, the decreased speed. He just upgraded Apothecary. He's so good. Again, lots of double hitters here. I didn't use Stagnant much at all. I really would have much preferred to have Deacon, but that's life. So yeah, we got to 10. Maybe we could have pushed to 13 if we tried a little harder, but I didn't put too much in. Yo, Orca, welcome in. And then obviously we didn't fight Sandel or Phantom Shogun. So that is most of my progress. Arena, we got up to gold 1 at one point, and they were almost back in there today, but we dropped down yesterday at reset. So we're now at silver 4. Some of the Argonauts rares are very good. I think that's the only one I've built, is Acolyte of the Slither. But I've got them as my speed booster for now. Interesting. Is that Maruva or whatever his name is? Pelagus the Wave Walker. I fed my Deacon at the end. It hurt me, but did it for the points. Yeah, potentially could have done that too. Would have been like, let's say KO to 6 and just, like feed Mordecai, Fat Man, and Venomage, but I didn't feel like doing that. The biggest misses for me were Faction Wars. I just did not push Faction Wars, essentially. I tried to push in a few different factions, and we got some stars, but it was not much at all. Like Dark Elf and Sacred Order, we pushed, and that's most of our points. We got 12 in Barbarian, 10 in High Elf. We just did not do most of these, which is an error on my part, but also just a time commitment thing of I can only devote so much time, so I didn't devote it to Faction Wars. For the point scoring, that's clearly a big miss. I pushed Arena hard, and then I never even tried Hydra. I didn't unlock Hydra. I never even tried Chimera, which again, just a miss for me. Potentially could have gotten a decent amount just using my poisoners. Let's do a little run for fun and see what we would have gotten. Can have 2 or 3 of my Deacons. Well, yeah, Deacon and then the new account is so good. It's legitimately so good. Plarium has stopped putting Deacon in new codes. They won't put him in there anymore because he's so good. No more Deacon, no more Rector. That is the official news you guys did not hear from me. We might get these stripped off. We'll see. If so, we'll come back and hold them. Fanatics with a follow. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll start with no buffs. We're not going to submit this for the competition, but I'm curious, would I place like top 5 if I had? So then we just want a debuff. And then once this is done, we'll look at, because I think that's everything on my account. Oh, and I can show you guys that I didn't spend. Dang it, I didn't mean to buff. I'm so stupid. I keep going on autopilot and not thinking. And then we'll take a look at the scoreboard and log into at least our winners account, which I think is Spothy. Is it? Yeah, it is. Currently. So then we'll just A2 there, hold the A3. And then I want to read some of the feedback from you guys. For those of you guys who did submit it, if not, please go ahead and do it. There's no time that's too late. Back in, Discord crash. Oh, rough night on the internet. Jeez, that is a rough night. Yeah, if you guys did not, DM me, copy those questions that I sent, and then please DM me the answers. Like that feedback is exactly how we landed here. It is directly what formats what we're doing with the next one. We'll talk about some of the feedback tonight. We'll read some of the responses, and then I'll tell you guys what I'm thinking for the next challenge, and maybe your feedback changes that. So it's not too late. Please go ahead and do that whenever you guys can. So what are we hoping for here? Over 4 million would be wonderful, but unlikely. I think once he changes forms, we're probably just going to get cooked. Where'd the music go? It was not on repeat, that's why. I will tell you, I got a lot of comments this morning. Narma, 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 Narma. Everyone loves Narma. And some of it is correct. Like a lot of people are making valid points, but so much of the time I just see right through them and it's like, you're just repeating Vulcan's words. I watch Vulcan's videos. Vulcan is currently the most similar content creator to me. So of course I'm locked in. I watch Vulcan's videos. So when you're parroting his words back to me, I see that that's where that's coming from. Do people still max their starter at first? I have a 200 Namra account. For a 200 Namra account, you definitely would, Kevin, because you need a campaign farmer and an arena nuker. But if you have somebody else, then you would choose to level somebody else. I mentioned in the comments I do want to try Narma start. I've never pulled her and I want to see what the hype is about. Yeah. Well, that might feed into our next challenge. We will see. Hope having a good time with the free-to-play competition. I had a good time. I thought it was a good time. Sean, welcome in. I think once we got things going, it was fun. It was definitely a rough start. Clearly you don't watch when he says he only plays 1 week, but he's on a 70-day account currently. I do watch. I watch almost not all of his videos for sure. I don't have that much time, but I watch most of his videos, Matt. I'm talking about I'm not saying he doesn't play Raid. He plays Raid every single day. He's a Raid content creator. We all play Raid every day. I'm saying most accounts, like all of his accounts where it's let me reach Ultra Nightmare in 4 days or 5 days or 7 days or 12 days. Like he dumps those accounts. He starts over and over and over and over again until he gets the perfect start, gets to Ultra Nightmare, and then dumps the account. That's not like a dig, Matt. That's what he's professed to doing. That's what he does in his videos. Narma's great for the vault. No, Narma's an amazing champion. Good evening, Sonati. Welcome in. What's up, Leo? How's it going? No, I think if you're talking about the correct comment that I'm thinking of earlier, I'm talking about Narma's viability and how fast she gets you to Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, but then how less useful she is. I'm not gonna say not useful, less useful and versatile she is everywhere else in the game. That doesn't typically get shown because the whole Narma pitch is sprint to Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. Welcome, Sonati. Thank you for the follow earlier. I appreciate that. Show us the way to be our pro in Chimera. I'm not a Chimera, but expert. But this is not a bad run. I don't know what the leaderboard looks like for you guys, but this is going better than I expected. We've already got to this chest, and we're not too far off from 3 million. If we can stay alive. We don't have any revivers in here. But then you can start doing fusions right away. Oh, I mean, not really. Hypothetically, yes. Like, no one is a bigger fan of Clan Boss in Raid, in this whole community. Please go watch the videos on my channel and see the work that I am doing to help people get to Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. No one is going to downplay that. Definitely not me. That's the most important thing in the game. But I just think you're choosing to handicap yourself in every other area of the game with Narma, which I've talked about ad nauseum. Weak hit, of course. We lost our Venomage, which is a big source of poisons. Is there going to be a tournament for Prism Shards? Tournament for Prism Shards. Not that I know of. At least not that I've heard of. Narma's so the best since we saw it on Vulcan's video. Unlike when you say there's no proof, you just played short days. I don't know what that means. Narma is the best for Clan Boss. I have said that hundreds and hundreds of times. I feel like Corvis is OP. I also feel like Corvis is OP. Corvis is unbelievable. We'll talk about that for the next challenge. At the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. Other CCs have shown how good Narma is at progress. All yours is just theory because you quit. When have I quit? Ever? When have I ever quit? Trust me, I will be showing Corvis and showing his progression as soon as possible. I'm also not a full-time content creator, so it's not super easy to do 16-hour days like Vulcan does. And again, I think you guys are missing the point. Narma is amazing at clan boss progress. You can't argue that Narma is amazing at campaign progress. You can't argue that Narma is amazing at arena progress. There's no argument to be had. And that is my argument. I feel like you guys just ignore it and go back to clan boss, and you're missing the whole point of the argument. Yeah, this either come off wrong or come off correctly, but I bet got us off. Narma's great clan boss. So is Corvis. It's called opinions. I agree. People get so heated about this, and I've yet to hear a very logical argument about why I'm wrong. Everyone else's argument is Vulcan is right, which is fair. Like you said, everyone's entitled to their opinions, but I would like to hear why my argument is wrong. Are you advocating that Narma is better than Corvus in Arena? Are you advocating that Corvus is better than Narma's better than Corvus in waves, or campaign farming, or any of the other points, or long-term clan boss teams? Because you need some other champ to farm 12-3 with limited energy and one-man arena teams? LOL, what? No, because you want your champion, the starter champion, to be versatile all across the game. Yo, married to Narma or something, oh, maybe they also hurt. I don't understand why people get so offended when I say that. I love Narma. I have Narma listed as my second best of the now 13 possible legendary champions, and I think they're neck and neck. I think it's very, very close. As I've said hundreds of times, but they miss that part, and all they see is I have Corvus above Narma, even if it's slightly. They just get insulted. Also, the best starting rate is not the best clan boss starting rate. I agree. I think clan boss is the most important area of the game, but I think it would be silly to say that it's the only part of the game. Why are people so fussed about this topic? Narma is great, but one-dimensional. I don't think Narma beats Corvus anywhere but clan boss. I'm on your side with this one. Thank you, Sonati. My playthrough, Corvus is better in waves. Narma is better on bosses. It evens out. They are so close in the real fake world. I agree. Vulcan's knowledge is kind of limited. He used to play AFK Arena normally and started raid a few weeks or months ago. He doesn't know well. Yeah, he's definitely newer. I think he knows the game pretty well. He's been playing longer than that, but definitely not 5 years for sure. People just want to hate, but that helps you, so you be you. Exactly true. I follow your 44 points Bambus. Yeah, Bambus is kind of crazy. The whole point system is definitely going to be tweaked. But I do think it's interesting, and a lot of that is directly based off of feedback from the people who've done these challenges. So we will continue to tweak that and edit that field after this free play competition. I think 4 million feels good. Feels like we're going to submit that. Harvest Jack with 2 million is good. Granted, his gear's better than Pelopsec. Maybe we should have switched their gears, but what would 4 million get me on the leaderboard? So by category, the fact that 5 got up here is impressive. Chimera, 4 million would put me in 6. So that'd be 4 points for me had I done it. Not bad, but not great. Like, truly, does it ever hurt you so badly that Sam likes Corvus more than your beloved Vulcans? No. Wish I could show Corvus full potential, but didn't have enough time to do so. Go Fred, I get that. It'll happen soon. Also, I don't have Corvus in the main account, so it's tough, because I have Norma on the main account, so I can show what she looks like in-game, but I can't even show off what Corvus looks like in-game. Okay, well, let's take a look at our final results and see how things shook out. So, kind of starting at the bottom with Faction Wars, arguably the most important area of the game. Of course, in the main, he's a baller. Could not believe I got on the board for absolutely anything. I was so cursed. LOL. I respect Vulcan's opinion on Norma, and I respect Sam's opinion on Corvus. They're both great for clan boss. Both have their positives and negatives. I've got Corvus sitting in the vault next to Tomb Lord. So you don't like Corvus or Norma, eyes only. But are you looking at this from an in-game perspective? Because Norma doesn't get used on my in-game account either. But I'm not going to say that, Norma stinks. Okay, Faction Wars. Spathy 333, brother. That is insane. Which 166 points is just... That's enough to basically put anybody in the top. I mean, that's just so crazy. Like, you would beat... Just your Faction Wars would be in 14th place. You would beat Umbra and everyone else below Umbra. Which is pretty bonkers. Oh, my gear came from there. Well, that's great, dude. I mean, you clearly had a good mentality. He's not bad, don't get me wrong. I'm just at the point where I don't need him anymore. I agree. Same thing. Yeah, I just don't use, and I wouldn't use Corvus really, because it's like Corvus is an unbelievable buff extender for Wixwell, but I have Androck and Mad Hatter and Mikage. I have the best buff extenders in the game, so it just doesn't make a ton of sense. Corvus carries and Dragonheart for me with ease and so quickly. Nice. Z-Salt second with 273. Senati in third with Wrath Matab is impressive. Dawn with fourth with 166. 162, and I am all the way down here at 15th with 36 stars. I don't think I updated that, but that's okay. That's okay. Hydra, 5 of you guys submitted. Not a ton of points, but I mean, it's impressive. 305,000 is a funny first key, but that's on normal, I guess. So that's semi-impressive because that's not an easy. Greetings from Germany. Welcome, dude. Trying to think what German words I know, and there's not many. Chimera, 6 million from Extra, so Team Norma showing up. Tholen, Harvest Jack again. So these categories were points for first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. versus the other ones are kind of a metric system for your actual straight up performance. Minotaur, we got one person beating stage 15 in... Why? Maybe Geo didn't put a time in there, so it gave him the bonuses. That's potentially a flaw. Because like all of you guys got 27, which means everyone beat it in under 3 minutes. That's like the most points you could possibly get. But then Umbra and Geo didn't put a time in, so I think it's calculating that as under 3 minutes, which is not the biggest deal in the world. And then under 5 minutes gives you 23 points. Oh, Sam, I have a clan boss team that now that no longer requires a tune to get a 1 key on each number. Pelops, Necmo, Lydia, Teox, and Ninja. That's hilarious. What does a +7 mean? So there are time bonuses for some of these categories. So if you complete these dungeons in below 3 minutes or below 5 minutes, you get a bonus. Because what happened was we saw people like Lizzie in the last competition he was beating like Dragon 12 in like a minute. But someone who beat Dragon 13 in 17 minutes was getting more points than him, and that doesn't make any sense. Like, objectively, what he's doing is more impressive. So we added time bonuses, but it is a little funky. Because, like, someone who beat stage 14 in under 3 minutes will get more points than someone who beat stage 15 slow. So it's just... It requires some fine-tuning, and potentially this is a reporting error, where these people should just have 20 and not 27. Because it doesn't say +7 for their time, but they're getting +7. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people beat stage 15, 12 of us. And then, yeah, my number's just... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't know. The times reporting is weird. But we got 37 responses on that, which is pretty good. We had 44 competitors, I think, at the end. Obviously, we lost about 20. I think we had 48 initially sign up, and I would say of those original 48, we lost, yeah, about 20. 10 people just, like, left the Discord completely. 3 or 4 people just never ever responded, never ever submitted a result, never ever responded to a ping or a DM. Hello, Schlesman. I actually completed Dragon 19, I think, but I got more points recording Dragon 16 under 3 minutes. Yeah, it's fair to go back and check. Teox, the one I'm missing on my second account, which I don't earn on my main. Dude, Teox is a beast. I don't use him enough. And then here's our Dragon results. So the highest anyone beat, stage 19 from Extra, at least in terms of reported. Perlock, welcome in. But a lot of people beating 16 under 3 minutes. So I beat stage 18, but it was slow. I had life come up, so I only had the first week. I get that, dude. Who would you replace from that team? I'm thinking take out Necmo from Mikage once I summoned her in the champ chase. Yeah, but you're losing increased speed and leech decreased attack and a speed aura if you do that. I guess you already have increased speed from Lydia. Yeah, I mean, if you have Ninja in the team, you pretty much need Mikage. So I think put Mikage in the lead and take out Necmo. Decreased attack from Pelops, exactly, yeah. So you're really losing out on Leech. Is that it? Obviously extra turns, but increased turn meter, but I still think Lydia's better. For Arena, Spathy as well in first. 551.8 is pretty crazy. I had 334, which I feel like was very good and put me in 7th, but you basically, I mean, you had 220 more gold medals, which is crazy. Could drop Teox. I wouldn't drop Teox. Teox is very, very good. Brings in Ninja. It's going to enable more ninja damage. I mean, if the team fails, then yes, I think it'll be a little more safe with Necmo, but the damage ceiling is lower. Arbiter missions. I love that it throws me in first. I feel like I really earned that by doing nothing. Nobody earned the 3rd tier of missions, I don't think. Yes, they would show up first. So no one earned the 3rd tier of missions. So all of us tied at 40, and then a lot of people at 20. And then these 3 people either didn't finish or just never reported their missions. I'm not sure. I guess these are all submissions. So this is what they submitted before they were finished. Spathy is not human. You can't convince me. He just did incredible. I did agree. I figured you coded it so you won all ties. I didn't actually. I am curious if I won other ties. It might be, if I had to guess, it might just be like a numerical system based in order of which I added competitors, which I obviously was the first competitor I added. In terms of like an admin standpoint, that'd be my guess. How OP is Arbiter? I wouldn't say she's OP at all, but she is very, very good. The team will be Pelops, Mikage, Ninja, Teox, and Lydia. Yeah, Mikage lead, I think. What is Teox's lead? I don't even remember. Because you're not going to have any other Lizardmen with him. Yeah, I would do Mikage lead. Real, let's go. I'm doing her mission, but I'm waiting for when they open the Magic Keep. Nice. Yeah, Arbiter's great, but she's definitely not like OP. She's great in the arena to have a speed lead for go first team. She's great in faction wars. I still use her in hard faction wars every day or every week, I guess. But definitely not near as broken as she used to be. Yeah, that arena, like that's fantastic, Spathy. Still amazing. 457 with Tholan, I'm not surprised. Sinati with a Rathmatab is bonkers, dude. I would love to see what your team was. I stalled out like 3 days ago. That's fair, man. Can't blame you. We were talking a little bit earlier. 14 days is a lot. Couldn't do anymore. Yep, I get that. Dawn 390 again with Karato. Very, very impressive. Krogmar, another Rathmatab. Like 2 Rathmatabs in the top 7 is pretty crazy. Harvest Jack, Manaya up there is impressive, but we're getting down a lot in terms of gold equivalents. And then a lot of people I think kind of just didn't push much at all. And then Arbiter missions, yeah, like I said, a lot of us at the 40, a decent amount of people at the 20. My arena team, I have a total of 6 champs in the account. Raph, 200 Rock, Kale, Sweerin, and Tagoar. But I mean, how are you winning that many points with those? Are you just like refreshing a lot to get more easy matchups? Because I feel like arena was my best area and you still whooped me, and I definitely had a better team, which was this. The only issue here is we just don't have a ton of damage. And Pelops is so annoying to go against. Lots of refreshing, lots of manual play, lots of don't go anywhere near Pelops. Yeah, absolutely. This challenge, more than most challenges, has just been, or more than most raid playing, was like a very, very big AFK challenge for me. Of just like, I've got this on a second or third monitor while I'm working on something else, and it was running. Like, this is the most I've played on an account that's just been in the background exclusively. Big stun there. But dude, Pelops is so cool. We got mad, we as a community, a lot back when they added Tholan as a code, when he was like when he was a new fusion. And a little people were mad about Pelops, but I haven't seen the same level, and it's because he's legitimately so busted good for a new account. Like, he's arguably better for these accounts than he is for like actual in-game accounts. I was refreshing in Gold Arena, but Jack countered poops a lot. Nice. Yeah, Jack is a big counter to Pelops. The accuracy aura, Pelops can solo like everything. Yeah, Pelops is pretty nuts, dude. He's busted. Yeah, I'm very, very impressed with Pelops. I'm tempted to move him above 200 Rock, or maybe I'll make him a tie. Pelops amazing for survivability, so it's 200 Rock. But yeah, I agree. 100% he's a lot better for new accounts than most in-game or even late mid-game accounts. And him with Vogoth, and it's kind of fire. Yeah, that's a nice matchup. And then Clan Boss, I think this is my biggest regret with the challenge, is just not scaling this as much. Like, this should at least be 80 to 100 points for whoever won. Especially because he won by a decent amount. Like, 10 points here when people are getting 105 points here is crazy. So yeah, I think this should have been at least 10x in terms of scoring. But I finished in 4th with a 7.75 million damage Q and Brutal, which I feel very good about. Spathian 3rd, Garanu, and then Narma at the top. I'm not surprised to see, but definitely should have been more points. I put Pelops over 200 Rock, and I'm very sad to say that I love her kit. I mean, they're both amazing. I don't think either of them is a wrong decision. I just think that currently I think 200 Rock's a little bit better. But again, I'm kind of coming around. I'm like slowly convincing myself. We got 40 people in here. We got 28 on Twitch and 12 on YouTube. Let's freaking go, guys. Yeah, they're both amazing. So I don't think we reviewed these middle ones. Spider, we had stage 13 being beat. So I feel like I could have pushed. I feel like, again, maybe a little more time with Mordecai, I could have won Spider. Ice Golem, stage 15, stage 17 for Spathy. Very impressive. Stage 18 for Senati. again, very impressive. Fire Knight stage 14, pretty high. Definitely the hardest dungeon to progress in. Fire Knight hard is nice. Let's go, dude. But yeah, I think scoring, I was relatively happy with everything except for Clan Boss and Faction Wars. But we'll live and learn. So yeah, all of that. Let's take a look at teams and who won. Again, maybe some scoring should have been done here or tweaked here to make it more of an average instead of the leaders. Because basically, Spathy won the challenge, so he won it for our team. Like, he earned so many points. He soloed, right? Like, it's giving me the credit for Arbiter missions, but he soloed. And there's just no reason for there to be teams, essentially. So we should have done like an average or something else instead, which is a mistake on my part. Team Rafatab in second. I think nobody would have predicted that. Manaya in third, same thing. The top 4, Harvest Jack is great. The top 3 is crazy. Rafatab, Manaya, Karato is unbelievable. Thola, not surprising. Norma, again, great, but at 7 is crazy. Bambus is great. Eleanor, Wither, and Corvis let down. Oofbar never responded. Iteration joined late. Girlfriend Zalupa said life came up. So it's tough. And then Basilius, look at this. We just had no competitors. Basically, everyone backed out. I'm a glutton for punishment. Let's go. Mikage, Padraig, Newt, Noldor, Krydon, or Yukarl. I would say Mikage and Padraig, Newt, Krydon, and Yukarl. I'll take out Noldor. Because Yukarl does decrease speed. Krydon's a better AoE freezer. And you have 2 ally attackers. That's almost my identical team. Just Cardio instead of Padraig. So double ally attackers, Newt, Krydon, Yukarl. So yeah, the teams, well, I think it was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed bonding with your teammates. Will be tweaked before next time for sure. But congratulations to Team Harvest Jack. If you average maybe in the top 3 in each category. Yeah, the thing is, we're not going to do another thing like this again. It'll be a very different format next time. I like the teams. I agree. I think it's a very fun idea. I just think when people are backing out so much, it's just tough. I will say next year, 2027, when we do the free-to-play competition, like the big one for like 2 months or 3 months, I think we'll definitely input teams in there some way to make it more competitive. Yeah, that hurt. Exactly. I was carrying Team Bambus almost solo. Sorry. No, dude, you crushed it. Congrats, Harvest Jack, though. Harvest Jack, folks. This was so cool competing with everyone. Less teams and more people per team would be better. That's exactly what's going to happen next on. We'll talk about that in a minute. So our individual, to nobody's surprise, it is Spathy, who just absolutely crushed it. Submitting a result and everything really helps. Kind of some free points from Chimera and Hydra, but amazing points in Faction Wars, clearly carried there. Amazing points in the arena. Like, you won those straight up. We can argue the scoring system, but no matter how we scored this, you won the competition. So congratulations, Spathy. A tip of the hat. You absolutely crushed this, my man. Literally no areas where you fell short. You're top in every single, or near the top in every single area. So you crushed it, dude. Congratulations, man. I definitely want to hear your feedback on what you thought succeeded and what you thought of Harvest Jack. Answer those questions I sent over in Discord. Sonati in second, which is impressive again. Raf Matab, to see his name at the top, I think surprised us all. Same thing with Z-Salt and Manaya. I know Z-Salt was very active and had lots of feedback. Pretty crazy. Dawn in fourth. I mean, Dawn, I think, just pushing Karato to the limits. Just absolutely as good as it can get. Simp for Akano with Krokmar pushing in top 5. Garanu in 6. Brass in 7th. Exter in 8th for Team Narma. Shadowcon Team 9 with Team Bambus, and Geo Gaming coming in at 10th with Thol. And congratulations to the top 10. Should have my answers now. Yeah, Dawn did the most with the least for sure. But, I mean, we see Z-Salt with Manaya and Sonati with Raf Matab. Like, those are stinker legendary champions, and they're in the top 4. So, kudos to you guys. And unfortunately, I'm down here at 11th, just outside the top 10. But partially self-inflicted, not even submitting a Chimera key. And not pushing Faction Wars was a big miss for me. And then we had 37 people submit results. And I think not counting a few people that did leave and submitted results first, which I get. So, that is a wrap on our second free-to-play competition that we've done this with teams. Thank you guys so much for competing. I know it was asking a lot of you guys in terms of time commitments. We will take a look at restructuring that so it's less of a burden on each of you guys. But I'm very grateful for how involved you all were. You guys submitting your own results saved me countless hours. I could not have done this with this many people if you guys if I was submitting all the results. For the 12-person competition we did, they DM'd or they messaged me on Discord in a channel, and I manually, like the same score sheet you guys are seeing, I went in and manually filled this out for every single person based off of their Discord messages. So I was doing like an hour a night for 12 people, which I would have taken me 4 hours a night for 48 people. So I'm very, very grateful for you guys. The scores will stay up here on the website under this tournament, and then we'll just add more tournaments and events underneath it here on the website. So again, thank you guys so much. It really was a blast. And that being said, I will probably never play this account again. I don't think there's really any reason to give it away, just because it doesn't have that much on it. My teammates said they would push Faction Wars. I don't think they did. Yeah, I think like if we were to redo this today, it would make sense to like strategically pick different areas. Like it makes sense for me to push Faction Wars because I have champions like Tyrell that I pulled and Mordecai that I pulled, Fahrakin, Isbel, Soulbound Bellier. Like I can push in lots of different factions because I have decent rares and epics across factions, but I can't push in some of the other areas that I just don't have good enough champions for. That site worked great for submitting. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Sam. Of course, Hone. Mine's getting deleted as soon as you let me know I can. Yeah. We will check yours out soon. You're the only person that we need to log into. I was nervous about seeing some questionable scores, which is part of why I wanted to have with people's logins. But since you kind of, no one was really close to you, I think we can just verify yours. Thank you for taking the time to put it all together. No small amount of effort to do all that you did in the background while still pushing content out and playing. Bravo. Thank you, Sanati. It is a unreal amount of time. Every time I like mention doing one of these competitions, my wife is like, why do you do this to yourself? But I also think this is legitimately some of the most fun I've had in Raid is running these competitions, and I have no plan to stop. I like the self-reporting system. Well, thank you. For a mid-air team with Seeker and Deacon, does Eris have to be 6-star? Nope. It will be hard to get her stats up high enough so she doesn't take the stun, but it is possible. That report tool is good. I'm glad. Mine's gone already. I don't blame you. How fast is your Carl, Newt, and Kryden? I would say 250 plus speed, and then just the high accuracy, and then your Carl try and build damage if you can, and Newt as well if you can. But just your Carl more of a priority in my mind. It made me really appreciate the finish Sam had in the 12-man between putting it all together and having to use Karato. Yeah, that was, I think, yeah, like we talked about that earlier. As much as I pushed Karato as much as I could. The little I did play was fun. Nice. I'm glad, Orca. But yeah, I think we're retiring this account with my 4 gems and my 62,000 silver. It was fun. But see you later. I'm going to... Oh, disappeared. Don't look. My other game. I'm cheating on Raid. I'm going to feed this weird. I've stashed my main the moment this is all wrapped up. Never want to see her again. I've always thought that she was a like sneaky underrated champion. When I used to test a ton of damage heroes and clan boss, she always surprised me. Decrease defense, weaken, and poisons. I always thought she was kind of good. But if you were forced to rely on her all the time, then I could see that she would get frustrating. So we're back on the main account. I don't know if what's his face is still in here. Eyes. This is the main account. We did pull somebody pretty exciting this morning. Popped a little $60. And we pulled a new champion. Venalicia. Welcome to the main account. Let's freaking go. Yeah, so this is my main account. I can show you around here. Been playing since 2020. Yeah, pulled a Venalicia this morning, which I'm very, very excited about. I think she's going to be super big for Faction Wars specifically. But I'm curious to see where all I can find uses for her. And I think I have a good amount of books that I can, I have books that I can put into her. She's amazing. I know I'm very, very excited. She has so many good features put on early game. Someone could sigh her. She falls over lace. Oh, Sweerin. Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, this is the main account. 1 row of mythicals, including a +1 Gallius and a +1 Nice. 6-star Mikage, 6-star Toshiro, 6-star
Emotional damage.
Just pulled some soul stones today, trying to get better souls on my champions. That's a big area I'm trying to improve. Ninja was my star. Kind of used him everywhere. I have a +4 Ninja, but nowadays Toshiro is taking his cake slowly. I don't really push live arena. That's like one of the areas that I kind of neglect, but I push Hydra and Chimera consistently, and regular clan boss. Gonna give myself an Empress and hopefully a month or two. Empress is nasty. This Pelops plus Podrig is pretty funny. Interesting. That's an interesting pairing. That's the one that we were messaging about earlier. But yeah, I think we're going to test out that link, and then while we're kind of starting that new account, we can yap about the next challenge. Fire Knight hard, you only need what, 350 accuracy since the boss has 320-ish resistance. Yeah, you can check out, same thing that I check out whenever someone asks me this question, is the raid stages tool, which we've linked on my website because it's just so freaking useful. There's no reason for me to build anything better than this because this is as good as it could be. So dungeons, Fire Knight, hard, 10. Correct. Well, no. Yes, he has 320, so you need 345 and 350. Just wanted to try it out. What is the new link? The new link is a Podrake link that gives... Orca sent it to me earlier. Grand Oak Podrake, level 10 gives you Tagoar, level 20 Venomage, level 30 Fat Man, which is a phenomenal start. It is weird though, because like you almost have to pair him with the damage dealer, I would think, otherwise it's gonna be super slow. But you can also see a good damage dealer like Cupidus being good with it. Yeah, I think if I was choosing Podrake, I think I would choose Cupidus. But I think if I were to choose any new account for fun, I would choose normal Cupidus. Yeah, I do want to verify that it works basically. Hey, do you see the new legendary starter code for Walking Tomb Drain? No, there's a new legendary link code and a new legendary starter code. Cupidus was so much better than I imagined. I know. We're gonna read feedback in just a minute. I think Cupidus is so good. I really think Norma Cupidus is one of my new like favorite options, even though I've never done that start. All right, we're gonna close player and play. I was making that link. If I was making that link, I'd go Podrake, Tagoar, Venomage, Miscreated Monster, then go Pelops. You don't want Fahrakin? There's a link on the spreadsheet. Are you waiting? I'm waiting until I confirm it, and then I'll add it tonight. Oh, and Narma 2 Hanorok versus Corvis Pelops. Race to Ultra Nightmare. Yeah. Could be interesting. Don't need Fat Man with Podrake. I mean, double ally tech is not a bad thing to have, though. Could remove some of these accounts. And a lot of takeovers recently. I have another one tomorrow night. Okay, so we're logged out. Miscreated Monster can at least be your nuker / farmer. Double ally attack on Fire Knight. Nice, exactly, yeah. I got Miscreated Monster way too late in the main, but I've heard he's amazing. He is super, super good. In a Myth-Air team, what relic would you put onto Mytha? Probably just the Talon for more damage. But the only other mention would be putting on a relic with speed on it just to try and get to higher speed requirements. But like she's not going to do a crazy amount of damage. I would just put the... I always forget what it's called. Talent of Malevolence or something. I feel like it's like one of the most common relics and it's on like half of my champions. Clearly not my mythicals though. Alright, we'll find it. Hate this. That one. Malefic Talon. Okay, first things first, we're going to log into Spothy's account and check out our winner before I forget, so that he can be free to delete his account when he wishes. And then we'll read some feedback. Well, I know what I'm testing when you put it up. Yeah, I'll put it up shortly. Just realized I don't think my CB team has relics in the main. That's crazy. Yeah, Malefic Talon. Thank you, Sonati. Roro. I mean, it was built years before relics, so it wouldn't surprise me. That's fair. That's fair. All right, day 15 for Spathy Jack. First things first, purchase rewards. No purchases have been made. Kind of also double check that by looking at the player points. Yeah, has not received Morag yet. See if we get a quick shard. Eat it for the good luck. RFL, nope. Just ninja. Guess I'll get that sorted. Nice. Alright. So let's see. I mean, keeping things simple for me, there's not a lot to look at in terms of like pulls and champions. We have Venomage, Kale, Pelops, not even fully ascended, Harvest Jack, not even fully ascended. I was curious about that because it's like maybe I wasted my resources there. Fahrakin, Stag, Eris, Madame Saris. I will say Madame Saris for me in the Karato account was so clutch and then just was never used here because I had other decreased defense champions and we have a Bus Stripper. That's what I use on all my teams, and it makes sense, dude. Just run your 5. If you need Newt in your card to be like 250, you can go with one of them being a bit slower. For sure. I'm just saying optimally, like aim for those speeds, Zico. But yeah, you could get away with probably all 3 of them being like 220, but the faster they are, the more reliable it should be. I see I was not the only one that burned through every champ I had for the sake of 6 stars in the end. I didn't even think about that. I should have, because I at least could have gotten 15 more points. Which probably would have moved me to the top 10, so that was a mistake on my part. Immortal gear, Perception Lifesteal, Hodgepodge gear, but well built. Hodgepodge gear, again well built. No farming of accessories is crazy. Yeah, a lot of faction. I mean, a lot of relic stuff, not relic, forge artifacts. Very, very impressive. I think this is the most impressive thing to me. Like you're 3-starring all of this and beating a boss, and you're 3-starring this. That's so impressive to me. I would love to see the champions you beat them with. Obviously, you've fed them by now, but that's so crazy to me. And that's MS well done, dude. And in gold 1, one man. That's a solid team. Yeah, fighting a lot of the easier teams makes sense. I've been preaching Faction Wars the best source of gear early, and y'all are all about the terrible, cruel gear from ZB. No, it's really like for this 14-day challenge, Faction Wars for sure over CB, but long-term CB over Faction Wars. Yeah, I mean, you're seeing them pop up, you know. I agree. I think that you guys have kind of convinced me a little bit about Faction Wars. I still think the scoring was too high, but I agree that Faction Wars is more important than most people, myself included, give it credit for. That's so crazy, dude. I put accessory farming as a high priority for me, but clearly I need to be taking notes from you. I mean, that's impressive stuff too, dude. You're 2Qing. Brutal. Took me 3. Gears is better. I didn't farm any gear. Same, no gear farming. I mean, it makes sense. Faction Wars also has a ton of freebie resources, for sure. Switch to stage 14 in Faction Wars, you can easily start pumping out insane perception, yeah. Accessory farming would have been great for my account if I had Skinwalkers, which was all that ever dropped. That's hilarious. Yeah, I feel like getting these guys to 3 stars makes sense, but then after that, I can see why you would stop. No brews left. No chickens left. No epic or legendary skill tomes. Yeah, I mean, this is just raw efficiency. I didn't add Doom Tower. Potentially we could have, but not many people unlocked it. I was 1-keying all the CBs. Nice. That's smart. I was just pushing the highest one I could, basically. Who's getting the free siege win? Oh, who knows? No opponent. Yet. I don't know if they'll be added or not. You know what I need to remember is before I get rid of this account, I need to log in and make Jaconi the leader again. Imagine it picked the other clan. That would be hilarious. Corrupted Crucible versus Cult of Corvis. That would be so funny. But yeah, I mean, dude, this looks awesome. Doing those for the missions and straight up inaccuracy makes sense. Like, very efficient. 211 gold medals is a ton, dude. You had a tier 4 sitting there. Well done, man. Yeah, that would be so funny, Zico. I don't know what else to say, dude. I'm just impressed. Ooh, Golden Elixir on Pelos is nice too. Ooh, a legendary. Look at that. Pretty cool. Book priority. Looks like just all Pelops. I mean, similar to what I did. I just, instead of these last few ones, I threw 2 or 3 into Jack. Venomage was fully booked for me. I started booking Fat Man. Did you use Stag Knight much? I did not use Stag Knight much at all. This was my team, essentially. And then I've tried to sub into Raggy. Lizzie, where TF you at? Yeah, I have no idea. Charbalux and books. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I thought that's why I wanted to go the Deacon link, but everyone unanimously agreed that I should go the Stag link. Oh, message closing. See if he responds. Yeah, Stag is just falling a lot. All right, man. Well, I approve, and I am impressed. Really unbelievable count. Shows that I have some ways to go for improvement. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's kind of reshaping my mentality about free-to-play and what you should be doing with your time. So I am logged out, my man. You are all good. And again, congrats, dude. You deserve the win, hands down. So we will log out. And then we're going to test out this link. Congrats on the win. It was a great race. I agree. I'm impressed by everybody. Thank you all. Great job, Spathy. Where is that link? Oh, we can talk feedback too, but I want to wait till we start this new account so we can yap while we're playing. So, I don't know if it'll work here or not. Padraig test. Also, your boy's got his own server now. Mapache's welcome in. I think that partner's having a stroke. Can't find me a newt build after I fixed it from taking my Croquette's gear. Weird. Also, a new tutorial IDK if you've seen it. Looks like the same tutorial to me, Orca. Ooh, crime fighting video, the trivia. This part will be the same. Okay. Changes after the dragon. I mean, I created an account 2 weeks ago, but I guess I haven't created any account since then. Not all accounts either. Interesting. Then I definitely have not seen that. I think one time I saw a video. All right, let's do our trivia. Hone, are you still in here? They're testing happened like 6 days ago. Okay. New tutorials like the Arbor missions was not always the new one. Did the rolling testing like Google does? I'm not certain. Sounds like it. When they eat Elhain, no. I've always tried to like think of a way to like make a video or a joke about that, like Elhain's revenge, and do like an Elhain featured account or something, and try and like solo the dragon. I spoil you, sorry. Yeah, I think I saw it coming. Lord of the Rings question, praise the RNG gods. Who else got the feedback survey for the Arrow Pass? I think I did on one account, but not this account. Funny. I don't know if you're still in here, but we're going to need a trivia question. Okay, so far so good, so normal. You got an old one, okay. Yeah, it looked normal to me. I think she needs her A1 to be AoE. We're talking about Elhain? Give some viability for sure. After the dragon, it forces you to KO and you open an ancient for hope or diabolus. Oh, I have seen some of that stuff. Sniper, amazing design in a common champion or uncommon champion. Yeah, I mean, she's a cool champion as far as uncommons go. Aethel is second best starter. I will die on that hill. You've kind of convinced me at this point, even though I've not used Aethel much at all. So at first, if I get a poisoner, that makes sense. KO, Aethel, Gaelic, Elhain. I have Elhain over Gaelic for sure. Drop the damage multi, so it's not OP. That's fair. I want to start a new account for fun, and I'm deciding between Jack or Bambus and Alice. Seeing his... I mean, it's Jack or Bambus, and then Alice is a code. Seeing his account is leaning me towards Jack to see what I can accomplish. I mean, yeah, his account is pretty crazy, and Jack is great, but not that good. Funny that Gaelic is the icon of the game, and is the most useless of all. Yeah, he is pretty bad. She's so good, especially when you need to get past that early Fire Knight breakpoint. I can believe that. So I've started raid recently, was rolling some accounts to practice. And most of the time now there's a new tutorial and KO is the only choice, and a new tutorial with some upgrades in it. Okay. Finally, I put Haikatoon 6-star. Dude, Haikatoon is so underrated. She's one of the most underrated champions in the game. I like taking Gaelic because I don't love my starter usually, so I faction wars push with Tagoar to get legendary materials quick. I've heard that a lot. But I think if you're taking Corvis, then it makes sense to go Aethel with him. Now is Valerie nice? And an early source of weekend, true. Long time, welcome back, Zen. I mean, she is my CB push. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so if you go Corvis, you go Aethel, makes sense. I have Wixwell Shield Grow. Nice, dude. Nice. Alright, so do we get Padraig? We do. So we can confirm, add Padraig to the list. And then the other one we need to test is, anyone have the... frick. Who is the new link code legendary you guys said you can get? Fanatics, welcome in. First time chatter too. Did someone say it? Walking Tomb Drain. Can someone try and find that link somewhere? Or that code? So I can add it. Cupidus, Aethel, Warpriest, Deacon, and a rando rare. Nice, dude. So I have, I got the code from you for this, which I need to add to the thing. To the Google, the spreadsheet. But I need the code for 200 Rock. That's such a bad color. I feel like Cupidus is his best pairing. Padraig with Padraig. Tentatively. Possibly Fortress on the code. You're right. My wife keeps getting an ad for a War Maiden link code. Want me to add it? Nope. That would work probably. You go Podrick with Podrick. Yeah, I did Tholen with Tholen before, which I thought was super fun. Do you know the Gingerbread Man? I do. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! Yo, Walking Tomb Dragon is so good, especially early. That's wild. Do you still do the races after the videos? I don't know, like marble races? I don't plan on doing any marble races. So my question with Walking Tomb Dragon, I know his HP burn is irresistible. But what is his percentage of placing it? 75? Sweet passive. Itchy Bounce, he was crazy good. So, this is good. This is good to know. This all works. We have not found Hone, so I need to figure out a trivia question. Okay, so we're gonna do Lord of the Rings like you guys asked. So we're gonna go to, I've never clicked on this link before, obviously. I'm gonna say we're gonna go to question number 4, and we're gonna answer the number 4 trivia question. Oh, Hone, yes, trivia for Lord of the Rings. Find us a random Lord of the Rings trivia question. Welcome back. I have the power, yeah, true. Green sword for me. I want to have the first green sword crown. I don't know what that means. Like the mod? So yeah, Hone has like a mod, green sword. So you're saying you want me to make you a mod? Is that what you're asking? Ring is such a better burner star than Sissia, which is so crazy to me. Like, Sissia is so disappointing. She's AoE, decreased defense and weaken and HP burn. How is she not better? You know? Something Yannick Fragment and Yakara, how good are they? Yakara is great. Yannick is not amazing. Speech to text sucks, yeah. I was bummed. Yeah, I was very, very bummed. Because I didn't have Sissy on the main account, so I was like very excited to get her. And then when I did, she was not very good. Because Sissy's always trying to kill herself. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why she's not great. There was ads on Twitch, had to come back. Yeah, there are always ads. But that's also how I get paid, so can't complain too much. Just know that they're at the base level. I don't raise them or anything like that, so you're seeing the normal amount of ads. Bring also has the HP burn activated in the A1, so you can solo Sand Devil. Each from a lot of the main. Where was the meeting of the Ints held? Where was the meeting of the Ints held? Funnily enough, I saw this as a trivia question recently. So the simple answer is Fangorn Forest, which is where Treebeard meets Merry and Pippin. But if you guys know that they're doing the new Lord of the Rings project and Stephen Colbert is responsible for it, the talk show host. So Merry and Pippin were on a show interviewing him, and I think it was Pippin asked him that question, and it was like, where specifically in Fangorn Forest did they have the Inmoot? And it was some crazy name that I've never even heard of. So hopefully that's not the one you're asking for. But I'm saying Fangorn Forest. That's my answer. Like Durningdale, yeah, something like that. Well, Yannica not great. Well, they nerfed her using Hydra with the Infinite Shield, but she just doesn't do a lot of damage. Durningdale. Yeah, I'd never heard of that before. Yes, and yes, you're correct. Cool. Yeah, I feel like Fangorn Forest is a good enough answer. Not 201 correct, 21 correct. We'll have both of our things up there, our Hot Tub Fun and our trivia questions. If someone gave you $1 million, how long would you take the ads down for? Forever? But for me, as a new player, is good. It's hard to say. I mean, she's solid for Faction Wars. She's got an AoE. No, it hasn't to be Torquing Dale. By the time you get into Fragments, you'll likely have better options, Pagan. I agree with that. I agree. I think she's solid. She's just not amazing. She can do AoE Leech. If you don't have any AoE damage to her, she can do some Hydra damage, but she's not great. Gonna head out. Thank you for the tournament. See you, Orca. Thanks for hanging out. I do want to read some feedback and go through, start discussing our next competition. Faction Wars, because I still need to farm. Yeah, then sure. I mean, I would say it's a good use of your clan gold because it's a free legendary. You know? Go Yukara first, his freeze. So yeah, Yukara's way better than Yannica. But eventually I would get Yannica. Everyone should, just because it's a free legendary, and there's not many free legendaries in the game. Everyone should get as many as possible. Okay, let's read some feedback from everybody. So we'll start with Spathy since he won. So, first thing I asked was for everyone to rate their legendary starter on a scale of 1 to 5 in these areas. So this is the rating of Harvest Jack. He gave me a 1 out of 5 in Clan Boss. I'd give him a 2, but I understand the 1. Dragon, he said 4 for Waves, 1 for Boss. I like the clarification there. Arena 4, I would give him a 5 personally. I think as far as legendaries go, in terms of like comparing him to the starters, but if you're comparing him to all champions, I think a 4 makes sense. Spider 3, again, good wave control, but not great for the boss. No turn meter stuff, no HP burn stuff, no stuns. Campaign farming 3, I think I agree with that. Overall utility 4, I think that's fair numbers. I said, did any champion surprise you? He said, yes, Anchorite. Constantly impressed by Pelops. That was consistent feedback that I heard. General feedback on the challenge. Decrease faction war points to be 25% to 50% of the current. I think that is the plan. But probably not lower. I'm looking at the leaderboard. I would not have immediately changed the positions, but would have made the scores look better. I agree. Increase CB point scaling 5 to 10 times. I agree. Sure, all difficulties are open for CB, nightmare minimum. Yeah, that's just hard to do, but we'll try next time. We're going to use these same clans, so I think that we can just get some accounts in here to pop them. Because we should be able to just open them once. If we do the top 5 champs only next time, create a 16 that can use all of the worst link codes. That's what we'll talk about in a minute. The bonus points for speed should be less. 1 point for under 5 and 2 points for under 3. I think that's fair. In my opinion, speed of dungeons matters less until you are farming them, which is the first few weeks. In the first few weeks, you really shouldn't be. I struggle to get that out, but I agree. I.e. Dragon 16 at any reasonable speed is better than anything below it. Dragon 20 is better than 16, etc. I intentionally logged lower levels even though I could do higher levels, which felt silly. I stopped pushing them because it wouldn't get me anything. Valid feedback. No clue how to accomplish this, but it would be nice to find a way to normalize scores to divorce the quality of the link codes from the knowledge of the game. This might happen naturally by doing less teams with more people in it. Let me try and process that. Nice to normalize scores to divorce the quality of the link codes from knowledge of the game. So yeah, that would be almost like a scaling system that says like this is how good this performance is considering they use this link code. Who is MVP of your account? Pelops. Do you feel like your results reflect how good of a start your link code gave you? Yes-ish. I think part of the score is how I play the game, but Harvest Jack definitely trivializes waves and is a very fun start. The start is very good, but you also play the account slightly different for a challenge versus full account. Finally, your legend for putting this on. So much work. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Spathy. I appreciate the valuable feedback and respect your grind. And congratulations again. Are you having a good day? I'm having a great day. Sure, but I wouldn't waste clan gold on her before you call energy on a new account. Fair enough. I have an old account that can help with that. Good to know. The Podrick link works and that may change the top 5. Yeah, Podrick link does work. Confirmed. Like Don is always going to do well no matter what code he gets for sure. If I'm having trouble, I'm getting to Tag Arena Gold then from Silver 4. Oh, getting to Tag Arena Gold is tough. I'm currently in Silver 4 here. I just don't push it a ton. But yes, we added Walking Tomb Drang here. And we've added Grand Oak Podrick here. So I need to add this link to all my codes. Tagoar, Venomage. Okay, so Podrick is now added to the best sheets, both here and in all codes. We can tweak some of these numbers. I do kind of want to just spitball where we think Podrick lands. I'm down to move him. I don't think I put him above Jack. I think I might put him there. Thoughts? I mess those numbers up. I'm putting him at 5. Every day the tournament ends is a great day for Sam's blood pressure. Very true. Very true. If I have Wix 1 Titus now, I just need to make the team. Congrats, dude. That's the hardest part. I have no experience with him, so no comment. Double ally attack. Start makes that absolutely fair. There's a second code for puffs as well. Super victory. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, it doesn't matter, though. Like, as long as raid 7 works. The only reason that would ever matter is if one of them expires and the other one's not. That seems right, but we need to test it when I get back. Exactly. So I like Podrick more than Tholen, but that's a fine list. I love Tholen. The real question to me is Harvest Jack, Bambus, and Podrick. I think those 3 are very close in my mind. But I for sure have Podrick above Crockmar, and I for sure have him below Tholen. Like, that much I feel good about. But you could convince me to move these 3 some. They're just very different champions. Like, I think Podrick and Bambus are kind of comparable because they're both big buffers. But Podrick with the ally attack and the A1 is super good too. I'm lazy, I need someone else to do it. I'm not going to be your tag arena guy. I can be your clan boss guy, potentially, if you want to book a takeover. You can book them on my website. You got to solve Karato and Raph. Yeah. That's crazy, dude. That was the first ever link code legendary I think I got. It was either Karato or Eleanor. I think it was Karato. And it's just like the worst. Jack's control is bonkers. Don't trick yourself into using him for damage. Yeah, he doesn't do any damage. No, delete. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, nobody's coming to this document using Karato unless they're doing what we're doing, which is a challenge. Did my editor not put the sheet in the comments? Partially my fault. I said that in the video. The video from this morning is getting a lot of comments, which is good. Best start and raid. Share. I don't think you can pin 2 comments, so I think I need to edit in the description of the video. Oh, it isn't the stupid thing. There's not reading. Okay. I hate that I played a part in improving Raph's standing. Whoever created that code hates the raid community. That's so funny. Oh man, is there lost footage out there of Sam doing an ad spot for Karato Link saying, "This is the best start and raid you can have. Use the link below." Probably, Don. Honestly, there probably is. Based on the sheet, the Corvis is the best link. I think so. Anyone else's sound kick out once in a while, or is that just my PC for like 2 secs? Hopefully it's your PC, but it could be me. My first link code I used was Karato, Fane, Romero, and Vergis at 40, 45, and 50. That's crazy. Sometimes other streams, but not here. Well, good. But yeah, there's 100% an old video of me. Like, I have 650 videos, so I guarantee we can find it, no question. Yeah.
Positive video today. I bought this champion for a minute. Typical, just high elf archer.
Because this is a Karato link.
A1, AoE.
So we just got to find the plug.
Cooldown base. Or he's basically a Fox Hunter by clicking those up. Circle of Magic to reset skill cooldowns.
You guys ready?
Master Hexer to increase buff or debuff duration, and lasting gifts. He puts buffs on himself, so I thought it'd be good just to have those buffs up longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and build them, and we'll be right back. This is your chance to get a free Karato Fox Hunter by clicking the link in the description now. You will get Karato as well as 3 amazing epics, Thane, Uugo, and Vergis. I have 4 simple steps for you to redeem this code. Step 1, log out of Play and Play on your step, go to your inbox and collect your champions. This is your chance to get a great head start in Raid, so make sure you click on this link. Okay,
you know what? I stand by that. I said you can get a great head start. I never said the best start in the game. And I think we recorded that little call to action a ton and used that in all the videos. Not the best start in Raid, exactly. That's not too bad. Not a bad link. Yeah, I mean, good epics. The wording was absolutely calculated. Yeah, I did push back a lot, especially when I started with what was Game Leap, what is now Empire, about some of the verbiage they wanted me to use. Because I'm doing my best to not be misleading. Athorion, love me some Athorion. In my opinion, in order, it's Corvus, Norma, Bambus, Padraig, Harvest Jack. I don't hate that. But yeah, what's sad about that is that was like, was that 12 months ago? That was not that long ago. Great start compared to starting with nothing. Exactly. To be fair, Corvus and Norma are newer. Norma was a buff. Arkamel, thank you for the follow. Corvus is new, and Norma was buffed, and is relatively new. So I think at that point, I did not have either link. I don't know if there were other links out there at that point. Sorry, my 5-star chicken, I'll take that. That's hilarious. Okay, let's read some other people's feedback. Z-Salt, rating your champion, and your champion was Manaya? Yes. Z-Salt had Manaya. Z-Salt's feedback was rate champion on a scale of 1 to 5. Clan Boss gave her a 2. Dragon gave her a 2.5. Arena gave her a 2. Spider a 2. Campaign Farming a 1. Overall Utility a 2. I don't hate any of those. I feel like Manaya's best thing is a speed aura. Did he champion surprise you? If so, who? No. I like it. I like the honesty. General feedback. Love to hack incentives. Even a noob could finish top 3 in my place. That's funny. Who is MVP of your account? The Daily Faction Wars lead. That's hilarious. Do you feel like your results reflect how good of a start your link gave you? No. All right. Short and to the point for Z-Salt. I don't disagree with any of that, but that is funny. Back in my day, it was insane that the Hell team had the ability to make link codes with 2 epics. True. Surprised not too many Vergis in the links. Isn't it nice to have Ally Protect Forever with Corvus? Can throw 200 in there. I agree. Cobb's first link he got was a Tessa. Just her, nothing else. Yeah, that's crazy. We're getting more and more control over that with time. Sorry, there's one thing I had to pull up my phone. Didn't know there was a feedback thing. Just copy Z-Salt's feedback for me. Okay. Yeah, I sent it out in the challenge channel, I think. And you can still fill it out later, basically. Sam, can you swap 15 Corollas of 50 miles of non-stop run? Of course not. I do. Recently, I told you guys I've been doing TikTok. I have been doing some like workout things on there. Where if like people donate to me, then I'm already running on the treadmill, but I like push-ups and sit-ups and jumping jacks and curls and stuff. I almost lost that channel when the Verify thing came out. Yeah, I tried to ping everyone in general as well, but I don't know if I'd send everything. The Verify thing is a good thing to have. It was just unfortunate timing that people lost access around the time I needed feedback from them. What about pull-ups? I don't know how many pull-ups I can do, Gilfred, nor do I have a place to do it. I think I could do some chin-ups. I don't think I could do like a proper form pull-up, to be completely honest with you. I've lost a lot of weight, but I have not lost that much weight, nor do I think I have the upper body strength to do that. I dropped below 230 pounds for the first time in 2018, 8 years, probably. Let's go, huge win, Sam. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We're slowly getting there. We're going skydiving this summer. And fun fact, the skydiving place makes you pay a fee if you're 231 to 250. So I should be able to go without having to pay the fat fee, as I like to call it, which is it's nice. A financial victory as well as a moral victory. But yeah, but that is very exciting. Diamond, I just pulled him. I'm looking for Togron. Thank you, Sonati. I appreciate that. Thank you, Spathy. What do I need to do to get this guy? Deck of Fate. I think we finished Fire Knight. How is your Predator? Pretty nasty, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. Trying to lose a little weight for the 20-year high school reunion. Grats, man. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Been a long grind. That deck of Fate is bait. Yeah, I think so. I bought some soul stones because souls are a big part of my account, and I wanted to make a video, so I pulled them for a video. But I got like half of the deck. No, not even half the deck. 40% of the deck. But yeah, Predator's nasty. I think I keep taking his gloves. So like before I go back to the library, yeah, he just doesn't have gloves half the time. It's on Ninja right now. That mustache will get you places, dude. What if someone pays you to shave your mustache and dang, you look weird with only the beard? Yeah, I'd have to settle on a number. Honestly, I'm down for stuff like that a lot. I was wrong. I think I am getting both your car and new to 250. That's great, dude. If you are, I think that'll make things easier. I'm down for stuff like that. I just have to convince my wife every time. So, yeah, we would just have to settle on a number because I'm down to do it. The beard, I think she said, is a no-go because I talked about doing that for like the 5K subs celebration, and she wouldn't even, like, that's off the table. She wouldn't even consider it. Same thing with like shaving my head, or she was down with me dyeing my hair. It just didn't work out. What was I trying to say? Oh, more feedback. You know, in the champ selection screen, you can long press on the champ and it'll open up in your champ screen so you can make sure the champ is geared. I have to double check that. You can do a big charity stream with one of the milestones being shaved, the mustache, beard, and head. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, if your wife is like mine, shaving your beard will be a no discussion to be had. Yeah, she will not consider it. So my wife and I have been together since I always say it wrong. We met in 2016, we started dating in 2017. So over 9 years now, and I've shaved one time in that. I've had a short, small beard at some points, but I've never been fully shaved. I've been fully shaved one time. Ms. Raid will hate you for it, make you sleep on the couch, exactly. My lady would leave me, although I'd never get approval for sure. I'm in Silver 4 Tag Arena too. Yeah, I can't be fussed to push, even though I want to. All right, let's read Don's feedback about Karato. Again, if you guys want to, you can still send your feedback at whatever point. It's all valuable and it will still be read, and it will help shape our future challenges. Please rate your legendary starter on a scale of 1 to 5. So this is Karato. Clan Boss 1. I might give him a 2 just because he does have Weaken, but again, so does Aethel. Dragon 1. Arena 3. Spider 1. Campaign Farming 1. I was a little surprised by that. I would give him at least a 2 or 3. Overall utility 1. I think that's fair. Did any champions surprise you? If so, who? Cupidus was so much better than I anticipated. I knew he would help me farm, but he carried all my progress. Cupidus is goated. General feedback on the challenge. We got a Cole, the worst starts. It's just painful. I agree. Cupidus for sure was the MVP. Maybe Atchak. Nice. Do you feel like your results reflect how good of a start your link code gave you? I think the bulk of all progress was Cupidus and my effort. At no point did Karato add anything to a team that Gaelic or Elhain would not have added. Not to say that would stay the same in in-game, but a rare DPS could have been more useful. My Aethel was much stronger than Karato throughout the challenge. That's crazy. Don's Karato notes. Karato seems lost. He doesn't hit hard enough to be a damage dealer, but he doesn't provide the utility to fall into that category either. It's common with a couple of champs that one is much better than the other, and it's usually the support half. But Yumiko is one of, if not the best champs on my main account for enabling teams. Karato might be a chicken on my main. I can't ever see him using anywhere. A1, it's fine. A2, it's fine. Would be nice if it had some kind of effect where, like, if it's a crit, attacks again or gains some turn meter without Yumiko being there and killing an enemy, which he won't. A3, this is the real problem. This hits like a wet noodle and replaces a debuff that is useful. It places a debuff that is useful, but if you're building him with that much accuracy and land it in PvP, you're probably doing no damage. This ability will be 10x better if it attacks 4 times at random and 80% block active skills, because then at least it would smack bosses. The best runs I had was where I set his preset to just spam A1 and never use his other abilities. His passive is convoluted. I don't even fully know how it works to judge it. Yeah, it doesn't do much. Again, not nuker enough to matter, so it could do with a complete rework. He's never going to die after Yumiko. I agree. Crit Aura is the single best thing he brings early game. That Aura is 10 out of 10. I love it. Don, I totally agree, man. Same Beaver, I need gold, but I can't move up. Yeah. One day I stopped caring about barbershops and learned to cut my own hair. It's just stupid how actually simple it is. My wife cut my hair today. I only trimmed the beard a little bit, but I just kind of cleaned it up. But she cut my hair legit 3 hours ago. Don, your Warbright comment related to Corruptor makes me laugh harder every time I find it in waves. That's so funny. Check the roll for the winner in free-to-play challenge. Okay. I think I'm going to go with Neldor instead of Kryden just because I have a 4-star soul on him versus 1-star Kryden. Or is Kryden that much better? I think Kryden is better in terms of getting you to 100% in waves, but you should be okay, especially if your Carl is over 250. But I like the double AoEs, like having your Kryden and your Carl. To control the waves. I don't know why I'm struggling to speak. Yeah, I think that works. So, server settings, roles. Spathy, our first ever #2 raid challenger winner. You're the only person with that role in the entire database. Congratulations. Plus Mikage's son for the waves if you switch your forms. They added Starstone as a reward for advanced quests. Interesting. Yeah, you have to like forge a relic. But I'm low on Starstone, so that's nice. I'll do a gear set for both and I can try them both. Nice. Too much stress. Oh, yeah. Yep. Alright, let's see. What other feedback do we got? Not a lot of feedback on the challenge, Don. But you and I have talked a lot. Hone, rating Karato as well. Clan Boss 1, Dragon 1, Arena 1, Spider 1, Campaign Farming 1, Overall Utility 1. I love it. Did any champion surprise you? Tagoar, he's always an all-star, but he also outdamaged Karato in a lot of areas. General feedback on the challenge, I would remove the known bad starts. Tagoar was the MVP of the count. I would take an all-epic code over Karato, that's for sure. That's so funny, dude. And I think that's it. Hopefully more people will send their feedback as well as time goes on. He did though. Hone isn't wrong. That's so funny. Would you build them for damage or just go for the speed and accuracy? Neldor and Kryden, I would just go for speed and accuracy. And maybe like Relentless or Merciless, but just fast. Karato spent more time on the floor than actually doing damage. That's so funny. Did you guys watch the video? I did a Karato dedicated video to test him on my account. It was yesterday's video. It only got like 700 views so far. Is this the worst starter in Raid Shadow Legends? But it's me testing out Karato in the arena. And I tested him out, I think, in like Dragon 2. I wasn't super impressed, safe to say. Yeah, and he was pitiful, yeah. I was glad to see he was as whelming as I figured he'd be. That's so funny. I take a rare Slither over Karato. I think I agree. Video is good. Yeah, I think it's it can be good with Yumiko, but it's like that's just such a ridiculous requirement. So you need to avoid Legendary for him to be good. Oh, Perlock with a gifted sub, dude. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. He is certainly one of the champions of all time. That's funny. How does that spreadsheet work? So I've got a ton of different tabs here, basically, but these are all legendary link codes and the new player promo codes I would recommend with them. And then this is a list of the new player promo codes and my rankings for them. And then here is a link to the all codes. I hate this. All of the link codes so that you can start a new account with. Thank you, Prolock. I appreciate that, brother. So, rankings. We need to add Podreg in here. I might hide this one for now. When I say rare DPS was stronger, I meant it. Aethel does what he does, but better, at least for the first 14 days. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. I think you start seeing more results when he's got like a soul. And, you know, mastery's in good gear. But again, I'm not going to do that much better than Aethel. So we like Podrick here at 5. Where do we think Walking Tomb Drain lands? And a 6-star Anderson to get the passive and nothing mattered. Yeah, the passive's not doing much. The 6-star matters more for the stats and getting a banner and an amulet on him. So yeah, where do we think Walking Tomb Drain lands? I kind of feel like I have him maybe here. Drang is above Sissy at base, but I think he's above Wukong. And Fast Bunny, haha, exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe you could convince me Razelvarg is better, but I think that they're close. But I think I for sure take Cupidus above him. Because Cupidus is also an AoE HP burner, and yes, it's not irresistible, but Cupidus' damage is just so significant. Thoughts on this, guys? Yeah, Raz needs more gear. I agree, but Raz, dude, like, he's so underrated. Dragon not needing accuracy is so massive. I agree, and the heal is nice. Like, we can have a discussion. Makes sense for now. We can always tweak it. This is a document that I will happily change, you know, at the drop of a hat. You just build him all HP and he'll carry you. Yeah. Like, you could definitely build a solo Drang to just be like triple immortal or regen and immortal, you know, something like that, and just survive everything. Heal himself, and eventually he'll kill everything with HP burns. I think Raz is better. I definitely think Raz is better late game. It's in a good spot. Cupid's definitely above him. Raz requires more to be useful. That's a fair description. For new player, no accuracy required and equal heal, hard to beat. I agree. I think in specific circumstances he can move up one or down one, but you convince me, you know. But I don't put him over Padraig, and I don't put him below Sun Wukong, I don't think. He reads speed buff, speed lead, and leech. I agree. Raz is nasty. I'm a huge Razelvarg fan. And he's definitely better late game. But earlier game, I think Walking Tomb Ring might just be better. Not a fan of the cat, not at all. I used him in the free-to-play competition and regretted it immediately. Razzle was solid, but he's so squishy until you could juice him up. Yeah, but you put him in lifesteal, he's not that bad because he's got 2 AoEs. And he goes so fast. Yeah, Cheshire Cat I was not impressed with at all. Cheshire Cat and Sissy to me are just the victim, and a little bit of Razelvarg are the victims of like late game, they're bananas. Early game, they're not great. Same thing with like Turvold. Same thing with Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong is great early game, but like late game he becomes nuts. He's been in like every single event dungeon I have. UDK not being last makes me sad. I'll put him last, don't worry. I hate UDK. You'll hear no complaints here. I don't actually think he's 15th, but I hate UDK. Triple hit A1. Real, you don't have to convince me. I love Razelvarg. I think Razelvarg is a better champion than Cupidus, but early game and versatility, I have both of them above Razelvarg. I did the Razzle fusion while on a cruise with my wife, so I'm a Razzle fan, but Drang is so much more useful. I think I agree with that. Okay, let's talk next challenge. I think the most productive thing for the Cult of Corvus is me playing a Corvus account. I think let me tell you some ideas about myself, and then we'll talk about the next challenge too. One idea I had that I thought would be fun is legit just spinning wheels and testing them out for a week. So I spin a wheel. Today I'm testing out Corvus. And then I spin a wheel of which link code legendary I'm going to go with. So it's Corvus and Cupidus, or it's Corvus and Padraig, or whatever it is. And I test that for a week, and I rate it, and I get feedback, and I put it on the spreadsheet. And then I spin the wheel again, and I test a new champion that I haven't done so far. And I spin the wheel testing with a different champion. So you just test out different stuff. So that's an option. I think that's fun. But I think like we saw, people are mad. Please play Corvus. I think I will. People are mad that I'm talking about Corvus even though I haven't showed the results with Corvus. So I think that's going to be the focus now, because I have to do some Corvuses. Cupidus is laying without Venus. I disagree, Jace. I think Cupidus is nasty. As Don said, MVP of his account. So, in a perfect world, what I would like to do... No, Cupidus is insane. I agree. Cupidus is crazy. So much better than I expected. I'm glad, dude. I think you should do Corvus and show us progress after 3 months. Show us doing fusions right away, etc. Give Corvus a Dawn, exactly. The thing is, Matt, like I would love to do that, but that just means I have to stop playing my main account. I just have too many things going on to play 2 accounts full time. Cupidus made the challenge tolerable. No matter what, they will still complain. Well, you didn't play him as hard as I... Yeah, exactly. Like, the thing is, I cannot compete with Vulcan. For several reasons. One, he's going to start the game over until he gets perfect RNG, and I won't do that. I don't have the time, nor do I have the willpower to do that. Second of all, he's playing 16 plus hour days, and I cannot do that. I can do a 16-hour day in a week, but I cannot do that. I'm working 45, 50 hours a week on my regular job, and I have 2 YouTube channels, and I'm building the website, and I'm building the Clan Boss Team Finder tool, and I'm trying to build the freaking calculator tool. And I'm playing Star Wars, and I have a wife and kid, and I'm playing Ultimate Frisbee, and I'm playing disc golf. Like, I just have so many things that are all great things that I want to devote my time to, but I just cannot do 16 hours average a day on a Corvis account. So what's going to be frustrating, like you guys said, is people are just not going to be happy. So I'm going to do the Corvis thing and be like, well, look at this. No, Volkan did it better. And Volkan's done it 55 times. So maybe if I do 55 Corvis runs, I can beat him or get close to him. But it's just frustrating. Comparison to the Thief of Joy, I agree. I made that video the other day. I think that's one of the most important videos I've made. It didn't get great results, but a lot of positive comments. Basically about like finding your fun inside of Raid. Play what you want, it's your stream, we're here for the fun, for sure. I'm here for the money, oh exactly, yeah. None of us are complaining, ignore the haters. Agreed, Sam, I loved it. Thank you, Don, I appreciate that. I appreciate the support of you guys. And this community that we're building, I think is pretty spectacular. I'm very grateful for you all. 100% that video needs to be made. Thank you, Spathy. It's got 1,600 views. It's got 8 downvotes, which is more than normal. It's not doing bad. Better than I thought. Sam, I compared my account to Vulcan. Note that both accounts were created on the same day, and it's Prism. He somehow got way past it, and I'm still here stuck at Arbor Mission. The arena is a gateway to it, and not to mention he clears everything. Yeah, I mean, I think obviously he can be in the best clans, right? That has access to every single resource. He's going to have clans where he has access to any clan quest he wants. Like, and these are things that we can try and replicate, but at what point is it worth it, you know? I think that he's doing what I would do if I was a full-time content creator. Is he's giving himself the perfect situation for Narma to succeed. And I respect that. And again, like I said, if I was a full-time CC like he is, I would do the same thing. And I would put 16 hours a day into it for a week. But I just can't do that. One day, that's the goal, guys. Maybe this time next year, we'll be a full-time content creator. That would be wonderful. But right now, we're just not. So that's kind of why I like the idea of comparing and contrasting. Like, same conditions, same notes. This is a week-long challenge. This is my results. And, like, documenting them. And then kind of just comparing, like, here's how Corvus performed for me in these areas. Here's how Tholan performed for me in these areas. Sam, PTO, free-to-play challenge, takes a week of vacation and no life it. Yeah. That's what I'd pretty much have to do. And then the main account. I don't know. That's the thing I was curious about with Vulcan too, because I think either it was one of two things. He either doesn't care about his main account, or he's got a driver handling his main account for him, which is what I'm considering. He's not giving him the perfect situation. He rerolled for Crocat and then basically doesn't use him. There was no reroll over and over for the perfect year. Well, so I don't know specifically about his current account, Matt, because I haven't watched that series. I've had 20 people tell me, basically, for the whole pushing Ultra Nightmare in 7 days, pushing Ultra Nightmare in 10 days, is him just starting over and over and over and over again until he gets a perfect lifesteal gear from the Apprentice Pass. So now he said his stuff is never realistic. Last video I watched him, he was like, how to get fast 6 stars, and they showed how he got things from limited time events. It's not realistic or useful. I mean, it's useful at that time. He doesn't care about his main, from what I've heard. Yeah, I can't afford to give up on the main. To be fair, I can barely care about my main. Yeah, I have to. Just because this is where 80% of my content comes from. And it has to be. It just has to be where majority of my content comes from. Because this is where I'm testing specifically Clan Boss, but even just like other content. Like, I'm going to make videos. I made that video, which I thought was a fun idea, of like, I don't know who to max, who should I max next? And it was like Granite and Hecaton and a ton of other people. And basically I'm going to build them all, which I have to do on the main account. And I need good gear to test these champions and stuff. To be fair, I'm all about the main account, it's true. I would rather dive into new free-to-play, but I also love Fresh Servers 1. Wow. I'm with Don there. Okay. So yeah, the result is I am doing Corvus. I want to spotlight Corvus and show people how crazy he is because he's just so underrated. Whether or not he's better than Narma, people criminally underrate him. That is factually, empirically correct. And I want him to get the respect he deserves. All right, are we done? Doom Tower. So, the next question is, what is the best format for me to do that with? And does that tie in with the free-to-play competition? I don't even have a main account. That's crazy. That's so funny, man. So yes, how are we doing this? How long am I doing it? What is the goal? Because I don't think I can do 3 months, like I said. I haven't played it for 3 years. That's crazy, dude. Hey man, welcome in, Hogger. It's going well. Just trying to figure this out. Buff extension is a selling point for me. I agree. So, looking at Corvus, like thinking for the best start. I like Corvus 2 Honrock a lot, but I also like Corvus Pelops. Specifically, 2 Honrock brings increased defense, which is a great skill to have. It's going to buff his damage and his survivability and increase speed and an accuracy aura. And he can extend that, but obviously Magma Shield is pretty crazy too, and he can extend that. I feel like if I'm trying today, I'm doing Corvus 2 Honrock. What are you guys' thoughts? Gonna grab a drink, lurking. Perfect. Glad to hear that. Yeah, man. How are you? I will though say though Narma will get you to number chest fast for sure. 100% per luck. I have always said that Narma is the best clan boss champion. Shall we look at this? I have Narma as the number 10 clan boss champion, and someone made a comment that like Corvus should be 8. I'm like, honestly, I'm fine with that. There is a pretty significant gap between Narma and Corvus, but then we have to bring you down and you down as well. So it kind of shift things around a little bit. It's fine. But I think the cheese is worse everywhere else. Corvus Padraig. Padraig would give increased defense, right? Or would it be increased accuracy? You guys want to see something super sad? No Corvus. So he is defense based, so it'll be increased defense. The extending the Magma Shield is full all-time Magma Shield. Ooh, once he's booked, you're right. Corvus Padraig. Pelops is too OP right now. I think Pelops has become the better choice in my opinion, simply because it's so annoying to deal with an arena if you don't have your own. Kind of becomes a forced choice. At 3 months, doesn't really showcase the starter links anymore. It's about resource management and pools. 2 weeks to a month is probably the max for showcasing links. I think that's fair, unless it's broken with damage. Having tried both, I think Corvus and Pelops is better. Pelops wins everywhere. Assuming Arena is also a factor, 200 didn't do much for me on that side of the fence, where Pelops would have been great everywhere 200 was. See, I was thinking that 200 would help counter Pelops in the Arena because he would cleanse Petrification and HP burn. I'm running Corvus Pelops with your code and was 2 King Nightmare in 14 days. I'm also newer than most players. Okay. QH Narma is a clan boss. Narma's a 10 and clan boss. Corvus is a 9. Okay. I think it would be Shield. Corvus Pelops is bonkers. Yeah, all good here. And thank you. I'm a nervous wreck. Arsenal are 2 wins away from winning the Premier League for the first time in 20 plus years. Now, I was 11 when they last won the league. Well, dude, congrats. And hopefully they'll win, man. I don't really lock into soccer like that, but I'll be rooting for Arsenal for you. He's increased defense, yeah. Team Corvus Pelops versus Team Narma 200 is a great way to do it. I just don't think you value how beneficial being weeks to a month ahead on Ultimate Clan Boss to overall count progresses. 100% I do. 200 does with her block buffs. That's true. She does counter Pelops with block buffs, and she's got the cleanse. Because I used Karato 200 and I didn't struggle with Pelops that much. How about let people choose their link instead of forcing an unfair disadvantage? Of course, there will be limits. Yeah, so that's the next challenge will look like that. Appreciate that a lot. 2 games left, we win out. We do it. You got this, dude. Uh-oh. We got 14 Raiders coming in here from Target. What's up, dude? Thank you, guys. What are you all up to tonight? Hope you guys had a great raid, or great live stream. Shout out to... It is Target, right? It's spelled strange, but it's got to be Target. It's spelled backwards. Landon the Great. I love it, dude. It is Target. Yeah. Landon the Great. Nice, dude. I love that. That's so funny. What are you guys up to tonight? I appreciate the raid, my brother. We're talking free-to-play. Specifically, we're talking Narmer versus Corvus and what we want to do for our next challenge. If you guys are new here, welcome in. My name's Sam. I've been a raid content creator for about 5 years. No, 4 years, playing raid about 5 years. We just did a competition where we had 12 teams, roughly 4 people per team, testing all of these different legendary link code champions and competing against each other in different areas of the game. So that wrapped up tonight. So we're kind of talking next challenge and what I'm doing in terms of some series and stuff like that. Did some top 500 live arena fights and beat Lashun. Nice, dude. Yeah, I beat Lashun. No, I've not beat Lashun yet. Nice. I did Amius today. I pulled 2 prisms today. Or not prisms. Remnants. Got 2 epics, obviously. But yeah, I think we got some remnant. Yeah, we got some remnants from like Cursed City and stuff. Another mimic appears. Yeah, I'm really not even that close to fighting Lashun. I haven't looked at a map. I've just been wandering, and I think I may have missed some time. But that's awesome. Did you get anybody good, or are you holding your remnant summons? Oh, we got this. So yeah, what we were talking about is me wanting to spotlight Corvus and how amazing Corvus is over a YouTube series. So this would be a me thing. And then the next free-to-play competition, I think, will be the best of these link code lit champions. So that can be 5 teams, or 6 teams, or 2 teams. We choose our own. I think I'll be looking at Wither Razzle. Interesting. So let's talk next challenge for a minute. We'll get back to my thing. First thought, which I would say is the one I'm leaning towards the most right now, is just Team Corvus versus Team Narma. It's just the top 2 fighting against each other. And it could be 10 people per team. It could be 40 people per team. It could be 6 people per team. But we would just make sure that the teams are roughly equal in terms of numbers. And I feel like no one can complain about a bad start. We can let people sign up for their own as long as they're relatively even, or we can assign people. No one can really complain about being one of them because they're both pretty amazing. Or we could do, if we have more people, again, we could do 6. But I kind of like the 2 teams next time, kind of shake it up, do something completely different. And then maybe the challenge after that, so June or July or something, we do like 6 teams randomly assigned a wheel or something like that. But I do think that if we did the 6 teams down the line, we would do like top 5, like maybe these are the 5 teams, and then there's a miscellaneous one. So you could go Wither, you could go Bambus, you could go Basilius, whoever it is. Love the 2 teams. So cool. Glad you guys like that. Yeah, and because I think, again, group message of like 20 dudes that are, Cult of Corvus would be a ton of fun. Again, trying to strategize together and fighting against Team Narma, creating roles in the Discord and stuff like that could just be a lot of fun to kind of lean into that. I think that'll be really enjoyable. Time-wise, I think we're going to take a few weeks off, obviously. I know we've got the current fragment summon going on right now, so I at least want to wait until that's done, which is going to be Masahiro. at least through the 14th. Sorry, 19th. So that's the next 9 days. So hypothetically, if we wanted as soon as we could possibly start, would be the 20th. Because the thing is, you don't want one of these competitions to overlap with a actual fusion, because people would just be out. Godforge beta next week too. Didn't think about that. As a new player, I'd like to do the challenge for the topic's sake. Considering this is about new players, maybe it could be a good idea for me if possible. 100%. I want as many new people as possible. First of all, I want to meet new people and bring new people into my community and Discord and stuff. But also, I really just want, yeah, I agree. Broad scope. I think almost always the winner of a free-to-play competition will be a very experienced raid player, just because they know the most about the game. But I want to see new people succeed as well, for certain. Maybe start the 23rd. Yeah, so one thing to consider too is like holidays. I think we have like a Google Calendar here. Yeah, it's gonna have holidays here. So we do have Memorial Day. So that's something to consider. We don't want to have like that. Plus we can still keep it light and fun for sure. I like early game. I would reset my progress, but only if they let me keep my player MID. That's funny. Could start the 26th. I'm just nervous about when the next challenge will be. Oh, it's 1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1. That's hilarious, dude. I doubt they would give that to you. That seems like something they would not do. But I can agree that you should not give that up. But you can also just have an alternate account. That's what I do. We got all the free-to-play accounts, and we've still got the main account here, which is never going to go away. I will have this account until I'm done with Raid. But yeah, I think at least a week off. That's the minimum. Potentially more. Tuesdays are tough. I'm playing my old accounts for the homecoming. Nice. Yeah, I thought about doing that. You know, I'm down for whatever, whenever. Yeah, I appreciate that. Maybe the 27th is a good date. We'll just have to wait and see a little bit closer to time when we see when the next fusion and stuff is. So the real question is, let's say 2 teams, right? We're tentatively saying Corvis versus Norma. 7 days or 14 days? I don't think we can do longer than that. Versus Karato. 14 days, says Leo. 14. You should be a singer, Sam. Thanks, dude. Cult of Corvus versus Narma's Nunnery. That's hilarious. Thoughts? Leo says 14. 7 days or 14 days for the next challenge. Jordan says 14. So I agree. I think 14 is a better representation of the code. But my home agrees. The only thing with that is we do see a lot more burnout. Now, hopefully, like we talked about earlier, we should see less burnout because it's better codes. No one is getting shafted. We're all on overpowered, nasty starts. I would be super curious to see of the Narma people who is going to have, like which codes pair well with Narma and which codes pair well with Corvus, you know? 14 with good codes is easy. Okay. So 14. 7 is too much of a crunch. Okay. So people seem pretty consensus that it's 14. Okay. So let's plan on a 14-day free-to-play competition, Team Norma versus Team Corvis. If it's focused on CB starts, you can slim down the scoring and juice the CB points, yeah. Raid 7 is only code... I don't know what you mean, Dan. There are other codes, and there's also another code for Pelops. I don't know what you mean. It is a code, not a link. Legendary, if that's what you mentioned. I'll potentially partake. Will depend on how being back at work is in my main, let alone multiple accounts. Fair. I think 7 days push you to do more in a smaller amount of time, maybe 14 days, but have a 7-day winner and a 14-day winner. Potentially interesting. My also thought would be with 2 teams, we're not going to get shafted by the people who back out. Because some teams this competition just didn't have a chance because they lost 2 people. And it's not just like, oh, they weren't contributing anyways. It's like, it's a numbers game. The more people you have on your team, the more likely you are to have a good opponent or good competitor. I've never done Scarab King the way it should be done. Yeah, it's just my default team, and I don't farm it, so I don't mind that it takes 10 minutes. So I'm like going to go into Elixir and call it a day. It's funny. I've done the Euros team before and made content on that. Do that, like average of the top 50% of the team scores. Yeah, we would definitely come up with some different scoring metrics. But I agree, Clan Boss would become the most heavy thing. Faction Wars and Arbiter scores could both be cut for that challenge. Yeah, I definitely think Faction Wars would be out. Because Faction Wars has 0 to do with the link code start. Like, I guess if you get some good epics, you know, then it helps a little bit, but really doesn't make much of a difference. Scarab King made me remember that Venomage destroys HP a lot. Yeah, true. There's so many good ways to beat this. Exactly, that's not what we're testing. Yeah, but I also think, like, I want every challenge we do to have a different emphasis. So the first one was kind of trial run, and it was just one person with 12 people, one person with 12 codes. This one was the team emphasis, but also more of an emphasis on Faction Wars and a 14-day competition. The next one will be more of an emphasis on Clan Boss specifically. But I also want to do... Like, selfishly, I want to show areas that Corvis is going to do well in. So I want to show Arena, I want to show Campaign. So maybe we just do scoring in those 3 categories, like fastest campaign, or number of 6-star champions, and Arena medals. The thing is, it's frustrating to me with Arena medals, is it's just not the best metric of how good someone is in Arena. Because Corvus is definitively better than Norma is in Arena. Yes, your passive can be annoying, but it's not that you're not winning battles unless you have Arachne Elixir with Norma. But it's like, at the end of a 14-day competition, the person with the most Arena medals is not necessarily the person with the best Arena team. It's a person who refreshed Arena the most, typically. You know? The only reason I push Faction Wars early game is for Perception Gear. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm excited for this one. Arena's kind of silly right now, I agree. The moment signups happen, I'm throwing my name in. I love it. All right, Sam, we'll head off. See you, go Fred. Thank you, my man. Yeah, I'm still doing the old OG Armager strategy, but 8 minutes is plenty fast enough for me since I literally don't ever farm it. I think the fact that Corvus pushes you everywhere will push your team higher in CB naturally. Yeah, I mean, you should have like more resources from like Arbiter missions and stuff like that because you just have a better start in the game overall. For the big 27 free-to-play 2 and 3 month one, it would be possible to get a custom link that everyone has to use, similar to the old Hell Hades one. It is possible, Jordan. It's hard for me to say what's possible right now, because what is possible for me now was not possible in December of this past year. We have been killing it. And I say we, because we as a community, I would not be succeeding if it wasn't for you guys. because of our success, my success on YouTube, we got the Corvus link that we basically got to handpick, which was amazing and is amazing. So I do think it's possible in the future, if we continue to crush it and have lots of success, we could request a new link code. Robert is a bottleneck just because you might need to spend 900 gems farming an ARS. I agree. That isn't representative of your link code. Yeah. During the 2-month free play challenge, I think it ultimately clan boss in about a month. It was the most glorious month of my life. Nice. Having the dungeon score but not Arbiter makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, I kind of feel like Arbiter falls into a similar category of clan boss. It's important because you should be pushing it. Because the resources are amazing, because Arbiter is a big boost to your account. And because there's so many free resources there. They're getting legendary books and sacred shards and ancient shards and pots and so much stuff. Silver and energy and all of this stuff that you need to be pushing it. Like, even if it's not a... If we do another... When we do another 14-day challenge, I will get 2 tier 2 of Arbiter missions. Regardless of whether or not it's scored. Because the rewards are too good not to. Yes, you can get screwed by stuff, but you can also get lucky with stuff. It's still worthwhile to me. Man, I was waiting for Mavara promo code Loki. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they added her, but it sounds like it's Walking Tomb Dragon instead. Another thing, I agree in principle for a normal account start, but scoring it basically just means, did you hit 40 points and stop? Yeah. Yeah, I think scoring it is strange. I don't know the best way around that. Yeah, maybe we just do dungeon progression. Because I do agree, Corvus will get you higher and the mission's easier, but that isn't the most representative metric of who is the better start. So what is then, right? What is a tangible thing that we can measure? Because, like, definitively, Corvus will have a faster campaign clear. So that's a metric we can throw in there. Not sure if it would be easier. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. But I want to test that, and that we will find that out definitively with these two teams. But I want to see what is the most representative thing. Because I think we saw, like, some of these scoring things that we added this time were not definitive. Like Faction Wars. Arena medals is currently the best arena metric, but I don't think it actually is. You can't do win rate. Because again, arena, the winner of arena will maybe have a solid arena team, but we just saw it with Spathy, right? I don't know if you're still in here, but like Spathy did not have the best arena team. Spathy had the best arena success because he refreshed the most. Yeah, exactly. Which is fine. Like, that's what the competition is supposed to do. But I am trying to think of how can we also make this competition a demonstration of who is the best start. Because Clan Boss is just pretty straightforward. And there's just not much else besides. Everything else is just not as straightforward. It's more convoluted. Dungeon progress, 6 stars, CB. Okay. Agreed. But you gotta have some kind of arena points despite it being a refresh fest. Clan Boss allows you to do fusions and guaranteed events that enables your account to progress the quickest. I agree. I agree, Matt. Someone did say earlier that you can do fusions within a month. Hypothetically, that's true. But hypothetically, that's true with any account, as long as you have good resource management. I don't think inherently just hitting high Clan Boss enables you to do fusions. I have people in my comments all the time that are like, I'm 12 months in and I still can't do fusions. Fusions are impossible. And so I make videos about how to do fusions and how to do resource management and stuff. And it's just, some people struggle with it. I could have done this fusion. I also thought I could have done this fusion. I agree. You can absolutely do fusion within a month. Yeah, I've done that before. I think I did who did I do a start with recently? I did a start like a few months ago. Fusion only bad if you don't prepare beforehand. I agree. And I agree you don't have to hit Nightmare Clan Boss to do it. I think it makes it easier. But I think it's a little bit not overrated. I think some people might be overestimating how big of a difference going from Brutal to Nightmare might be doing in terms of Clan Boss, in terms of enabling you to do fusions. But that's also a Vulcan talking point. There's a difference between doing the first fusion on a new account, being able to do the first fusion and everyone after it. I agree. And I think that if you want to do every single fusion, you should probably be, or almost might be needing to do Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. Which is why I do so many Clan Boss videos and takeovers. With all the free energy from Clan Quest, Call to Arbiter, Bazaar, Faction Wars codes, you can easily do it. I agree, but then can you do every single one of them? Nightmare is another level. I want to do Ultra Clan Boss. I mean, that's, again, we want to get you there. Always keep 10 as sacreds and never feed fusion rares. You complete every fusion. Yeah. Fusing up Broadmaw multiple times helps. Keeping your mystery shards. Saving those, only pulling those during events. There are lots and lots of small, sneaky ways to do it. I would love to have enough time to run 2 accounts and have my Corvis account and complete every single fusion. But I just do not have the time for that. Free to Fuse series, yeah. It's so possible. And it's so possible with Corvus, it's so possible with Narma. Like, it's possible with Elenarl, it's possible with most of these champions. Because ultimately that comes down to resource management more than it comes down to how well you're doing in CB. Yes, that helps a ton, but it's not gonna be the difference maker. So then we've got that tentatively planned. We'll iron out those details as we get closer to it. The real question is, what am I doing? Because we talked about Jay Giggs used to do a raring to go series. He only used rares and he had solid views. It's just about having that consistency. Interesting. That doesn't sound super compelling to me. I don't want to be punishing myself like that. And how do people get to Silver Tag Arena? I use all my tokens, win every game, and I'm not there. Oh, you have to put a good defense in as well. You won't be able to do back-to-back fusions plus guaranteed champ events without doing Ultra Nightmare and early game account. Yeah, but how many early game accounts are doing Ultra Nightmare? There's less than 5% of them. Back-to-back fusions and guaranteed champs is crazy. I would argue most people can't do that no matter what happens. I'm back. If you noticed I was gone, of course we noticed. Leo noticed, I noticed, we were just talking about that. I felt an absence in the force. So true. So what if I do a 1 week long Corvus account, either starting tomorrow or starting Wednesday? No, I just mean it's not about the account. It's about a series that is compelling in its narrative. Gotcha. Okay. Silver 1, everyone runs one-man teams though. I mean, you should, well, don't. You need to run, if you're trying to push up, you need to run a real hard defense. I do every fusion, every guaranteed, every Titan event, etc. multiple free-to-play accounts. So Matt, I mean, again, I believe you, but that puts you in the top 2% of free-to-play players. Like, no question. The elite of free-to-play players. First of all, most people aren't free-to-play. Most people are low spin. That's a vast majority of the game. Second of all, most free-to-play accounts can maybe do every fusion, but every guaranteed, every Titan event is crazy. I barely do all that, and I'm a spender. Like, that is a elite level of dedication and time and resource management, which is just not the norm by any means, or remotely close to the norm. So you playing Corvus for a month and committing to do every fusion for the year free to play. That's compelling. meta counts are all in-game AS up though. For the tag team or quick battle, do you unlock it and it stays with you even if you drop below silver? That's a good question. You're gonna have to be a bit sweaty as free to play for sure, 100% if you want to be that level of free to play. I only spent like $40 in this game and only for the daily gym. Nice, Pagan. That's great. Great mentality. My main account spins and I have multiple free to play accounts. Nice. I think I dropped a bronze and had it. Cool. Okay, yeah, I wasn't 100% sure. I'm only 98% sure. Yeah, hard to test that. So yeah, the only way I could commit to doing something like that would be if I stopped competing in our free-to-play competitions, because I can't do 2 free-to-play competitions and my main account, or if I stopped playing on the main account, which I would only be willing to do is if someone were to play my main account for me, which is not what I'd like to do. Especially with the whole controversy about drivers going on right now, which I think that what we're discussing is a different situation. Damn, TBH, do what's fun, man. You having fun is the reason we're all here. Thank you, Hone. I appreciate that. Yeah, Hone is a man. Hone has stepped in several times and I've been out of town and stuff on the main account to make sure I don't miss stuff. And the fun is infectious. Well, good. That's definitely what I want. I always say that in all my videos. I want everyone to have fun and everyone to be successful in Raid. That's why I build these tools and run these competitions and make these videos and build this website so that people can reach Ultimate Reclaim Boss and so that people can have fun. Running multiple instances of the game simultaneously isn't that much overhead, honestly. It's not. I run 2 accounts a lot of the time. It's just when you need to be efficient with it, it becomes more of an ask. Caretaker is the most free to play and in-game. Really? Roger puts the FU in fun. That's funny. I know you're growing the business, but you gotta be having fun. If an idea sounds fun, then do it. If it flops, and so be it. Yeah. For sure. If I start doing something and it doesn't succeed, then I will stop doing it. So what is the most fun, but also most compelling thing? Because it's fun ideas how we got the free challenge in the first place. I agree. Have one screen set up in quadrants. No need to all tab between them all. Yeah, all on the same screen. Yeah, I've done that before. I feel like that's a little hard on the eyes, but I have done that before. So we can like log out and start a new account, you know, and play on multiple at once. But I don't know, it feels so like mechanical and not like I'm playing any of the accounts at that point. Are any of the Doom Tower Fragment champs any good like at all? Yeah, some of them are. So Archmage Helmet, I would say is very good. Like a really good buffer and a great stunner. Helmet goated for sure. As far as epics go, he's the only one that I really use. Akoth is good. He's just an HP burner, but he is good. Don't do what I did and feed Archmage and Dark Kael. Yeah, please don't do that. I fed one of them, but I don't think she's super good. And then Dark Kael is also great. So the epics are solid. It's the Legos that aren't very good. Dark Kael's nasty, for real. Yeah, can you see them? I fed one of them. It's not really like super helpful. Dark Aethel is, oh god, so bad. Dark Aethel is bad, but Dark Kael is so good. The best Lego is Euros. I think I agree with that. Surely support would give those limited champ packs. I would hope so. I have never in my 5 years of playing Raid reached out to support once. So all Doom Tower champions. It's a good question. They'll maybe like cost me a chicken or something like that. So Helmet's good, Akoth is good, Ryan's okay, Dark Kael is great. I think Taya is who I fed. Yeah, no, I have Taya. Okay, so it wasn't Taya, maybe it was the Liburgia? Yeah, no Liburgia, fed Liburgia. But yeah, so Helmet great, Akoth good, Ryan good, Darkhill great, Gwyneth good, Itchy good, I believe. Thea, nah. Euros is great. Gumlock, nah. Varl's great. Vasatha is okay. The rest are bad. The rest are bad. Ginro, Chromax in particular are terrible. But the epics, there are good epics. More than there are good legendaries. Okay, so for Sam the Raid Man, what is fun and compelling that we can do regarding Corvus? I think if we're trying to both weigh the benefits of starting with Corvus as well as coming up with future maintainable free-to-play competitions, not free-to-play competitions, repeatable series for Sam, would be a rating system. So we're going to do 7 days, and I'll put a rule on myself like I can't use summons basically. So I can only use the free champions. So if I start with Corvus and Pelops and, Tagoar, Venomage, Stag. Like I just have to use those 5 everywhere and see how far I can progress in a week, essentially. Any champions I pull will just become food or chickens. And then I would do the same thing and just test different codes out, essentially. So then I can test every start. So I can test Corvus with 2 Hanorok. At another time, I can test Narma with Cupidus and Narma with 2 Hanorok. And kind of rate them and add a sheet in here basically that says how good I rate each of those. I find Varl to be very good. Yeah, Varl is very, very good. He just requires really good gear. I thought of reaching out to them about it, but I just know I'll probably get told, well, you fed them, they're gone. Yeah, Zico, you should try it. If you try it, I'll try it. Yeah, I found Varl to be very good, but his damage just he's a little squishy and hard to make work, but his potential is unbelievable. Makes sense, and the sheet grows in value and it's an asset. I agree. And like I can link a video series and be like, hey, this is my results from when I tried Corvus with Pelops. This is my result when I tried Corvus with 200. This is my result when I tried Narma with Padraig, And a week-long series isn't terribly bad for me. Or I feel like I can do that relatively okay. And I'm not as stressed about min-maxing because I'm not trying to beat faction wars and stuff. It's just overall progression. Although I would need some kind of metric system to share. So maybe I'll start that tomorrow. And do Tuesday through Tuesday. It's tough when I start at night because it's like I start the account and instantly just go to sleep, Yeah, maybe I'll do a Corvus Pelop start tomorrow. Plus it gives the community something to play along with if they want, yeah. Honestly, instead of a day limit or an addition to, you should do an hour limit. That way it's more fair. Yeah, David, we've talked about doing something like that. It just becomes like such a nightmare to try and officiate that. But I think it makes sense. It's just like, it's very, very difficult to control people's hours and stuff. We thought about trying to do it based on how many days they've logged in and stuff like that. But yeah, you could start the accounts on stream. We could start with you. It's interesting you guys are saying that because I was thinking of giving you guys a break so that you guys are all ready for the next free-to-play competition on the 23rd or whatever day we choose to start that. But if you guys want more free-to-play, we can. But in general, I agree. I think that that's a good idea. Is start my account. It wouldn't be a competition. I guess that's true. For your comparison series, yeah. Tag along with me. I like that idea. Oh, I had this experience with that combo. Yeah. But I do think that it would be good to do. It's not as fun as in a free-to-play competition. Like, we had the whole debate about should we use legendaries. I don't know how many people pulled legendaries this competition and used them. I fed a couple of the other Doom Tower epics, but I don't regret them like I do Archmage and Darkhill. You should stop feeding them, but yeah, those are the only really good ones. Do you do these competitions? I'm new here because you do not pay in raid and are all free to play only or for testing only? Only testing. I pay on my main account. I spend a lot of money on this account. I'm trying to spend less in 2026. But yeah, this is not a free to play account. So it's kind of a balance for me of this is pushing in-game content, and then I could do complete free-to-play starts. Kind of test both ends of the extreme. Hey, so like if I'm only using a Laz first form, does accuracy matter? Yes, if you're trying to place provokes. Like I use him in Hydra, so you need accuracy for that. But if you're just putting it for damage in arena, then no. We're all degenerates and masochists, I agree. Mark safe from pulling anything above base rares, yeah. Oh, I have, lol. I mean, so it's totally fine. I've only fed Gwyneth, Darkel, and Archmage. That's sad. You can spend in raid what way? That's good. I spend too, I just want to understand, of course. It's impossible if you're limited time. Okay, so I'm confused. What do you mean? Oh, and Ryan. Ryan's not bad, dude. I don't think Ryan is bad. Or Rion. I've always thought that Ryan or Rion is sneaky good, but not great. Like being free to play is impossible if you're limited on time, is that what you're saying? He spends Fnatic, the free play is mostly a testing ground. Yeah, true. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it is possible, but I agree that like that's the reason I spend is to save myself time. Which, Don, I do know. Wife's watching. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, none of us spend. That's why I'm spending money in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, because this game takes a ton of time. Not time like playing per days. This game takes time to farm champions. Like if I want to go for, not to jump ship too much, Lord Vader, this is like a 12-month farm. But I spent $50 and now it's like a 2-week farm. You know, like I'm spending money to save myself time. And there's a little bit of that in Raid, not to the same level, but there is some of that. I made a conclusion over time that Narma starters for degens and Corvus is more progress friendly. Let's go, Perlock. Love that. The cult of Corvus is growing. All right, guys. I do need to get off. I still have some work to do. I'm trying to work on the calculator as well. And I might go live on TikTok later. Trying to keep growing and doing. I've been doing okay over there. You make me look free to play, Sam. Well, Jace, I'm spending a lot less in 2026. I'm probably spending $200 a month, ballpark, 200 to 300, depending on if there's like big shard events. If it's Sam, I'll contact support if you do. I'll do it, Zico. I haven't even tried before, but I will. I'm a degen though, still like Corvus more. Nice. Fellow degens. Unite. Yeah, so I'm gonna go hop off. Sam, I think you gotta get your power to 50 million. I mean, I could just gear champions if I wanted to. To be fair, most in game don't spend as much. Well, I don't think that's true, but like there isn't. I need to learn how to turn what I spend to actual progression. That's kind of the key here. Is like I could spend a ton of money and grab here, but there's not many of these people that would change my account. Benalicia might. But I already have most of these champions. That would help in faction wars, but not a ton else. Like these people aren't moving the needle for me and helping anywhere. And I have most of these champions. So you can just auto gear now. Easy, I can do it. Oh, that's not a bad idea. But what if it puts on like good gear that I want for someone else? You know? Like what if this is like that's a good piece. I don't want that on Vlad. I want to keep that for when I'm building a stone skin nuker. Like, these are good pieces. Yo, low key, why is this build kind of slapping? It's not actually. That's terrible. I don't have Benalicia. I just got Benalicia today. I had 3 of her 6-star blessings and sold since I never got her. That's sad, dude. I always tell people to keep 6-star souls for everybody if you can, especially epics, legendaries, and oh, Perlock with a 5 gifted subs. Let's go, dude. I almost missed that. Thank you so much, dude. W Perlock, guys. That is awesome, man. Thank you. That's very, very generous. The Jace, Ebony, Wolf, Pagan, and Kex. Thank you so much, dude. You tested her yet? No. I basically have just done free-to-play stuff today and then my regular job. Which, guys, I've said this a ton of times. I want to do everything I can to become a full-time content creator. I enjoy what we're doing now so much. And there's so much more that I want to do. I have such big visions and dreams for content creation. And I just don't have the time. because I work this stupid full-time job, which is fine. It's honestly a good job. It's just, it's not like what I'm passionate about, and this is what I'm passionate about. I was watching some videos about gaming the other day, and I was like, oh, there's so many new games I want to play. But it's like, I just can't afford to play anything that's not on my YouTube channel. So one day, when I'm a full-time content creator, I want to be able to stream new games. Mythicals are more important than legendary ones, for sure. But legendary gold souls are almost as important. I wish you good luck with that. Thank you, Prolock. Well, your 5 gifted subs, man, helps. Every bit helps. Since Mythicals can't be put on wishlist. For sure, Jace. But even the wishlist is just a joke. Like, I've had Hecaton here for a long time and pulled a lot of souls and never gotten him, you know? Same thing with Taras. I think I pulled a 1-star soul and bought the 2-star and 3-star. You want to be in the bleeding edge, man. I bet you could grow a Godforge channel. Maybe. Stick with it. I started YouTube in 2010 for Diablo and was very successful. Then I let my main job make me feel like I needed to give it up. Had I stuck with it, I would be 15 years in now. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, I mean, we've been here for... When's my first video? I think October of 2022. Look at the quality of thumbnails here. Did it say the actual date here? Look at that, baby. Does it say the actual date? I was hoping it would. Trying to see if it'll give me details and like what date it was published or anything. October 28th, 2022. So we're 3.5 years in. October 8th, 9th on things. Beta's next week. There'll be no one ahead of you. Fair enough. I would if I wanted to stream. Yeah. I'm still waiting to get Hecaton. He's so awesome. Support ticket sent. I'll try and do the same thing. You're doing a good job making it easier, more interesting for newbies. That's a good thing. Well, thank you. Less people will quit. I agree. Raid is a great game. I quit WoW for Raid. Impressive. The unfortunate reality for most people is you kind of go all in to be successful, which means quitting your job. Yeah, I just can't because I have a wife and kid. But one day, you must love Foley. No, not even really, dude. I think Foley's a cool looking champion, but I picked a champion and made him my thumbnail. He still is my like Google thumbnail. So you can see like right up there, it's that same logo for my Google thumbnail. Cool. Well, I'm gonna hop off. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you, Prolock, for the gifted subs. Shout out to Logan earlier for the for Landon for the raid. Let's find someone to raid on Twitch, and then on YouTube. There's no raiding, sadly. But we got 27 people here. I think PJ is live. So let's go raid PJ. But yeah, good night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Let's show PJ some love if he's still live. And I will see you guys soon. I think we'll still do a Wednesday stream this week. Maybe PJ's not live. Oh, there he is. Cool. See you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you all have a great night. And we'll message again on Discord soon. We'll be around.
I was